Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Coming up on today's show, Sacramento Kings Keller analyst Kayte Christensen joins us at 8 a.m., followed by former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss either of those 2 interviews this morning, you can check them out at SactownSports.com later in the day. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Good to be with you. Good to be with you. It is Wednesday. Like it's only Wednesday?
Yeah, I thought actually when I woke up this morning, I'm like, we're almost there. I thought it was Thursday.
No, it's Wednesday.
But I like Wednesday. That's fine. We're getting closer. I'm good.
Wednesday is dumb. It needs to be Saturday. Hello, Jason Ross.
Hello, Carmichael Dave.
And good morning to everybody. Quarantine is over. Yay. Had my final negative test yesterday. I am good. Knock on wood. Welcome back to me, right? We got a full show for you, and it is, man, I'm just off all week. I'm just off mentally all week long. That's fine. I know a lot of you are too. Prices are being gouged. Parking is gouged.
Oh, parking too, huh?
Oh God! Somebody sent me a note from one of the parking places yesterday. They prepaid and reserved a parking space, right, for the game Saturday. And it was like, I don't know, I'm going to get it wrong. It was like $10-15. Let's say 20. All right. And the note says, sorry, we're not able to process your thingy-dingy due to incorrect pricing. We are refunding your money plus a $5 credit. Please try to rebook. And you guys rebook, and it's like $125.
Wow.
Space. Yeah.
That's kind of messed up after you've already purchased it. I can picture it today. I mean, it's still crazy. But if you've already purchased it, come on now.
It's really starting to piss me off, Jason, because we have waited so long for this. And I understand it's playoffs. People want to make a little money, all that. But that's fine. It's just when the Kings sucked for so long, I didn't see anybody going out and dipping prices and saying, hey, you know what? Due to low demand, we're going to make everything $1. Like that didn't happen. And now you have all these fine people, these people that are saving up that want to take their kids, their family, whatever. They want to go themselves. They're traveling from all over the place. And what's really stupid is that we're going to end up getting so many Kings fans over at Chase Center, which I love. But a lot of that's just going to be because they're priced out in their own home. Mm-hmm. Most expensive tickets in the history of first-round playoff series. That's the demand. I understand it. But it's one thing. I don't want to begrudge anybody for making some money. Like, again, that's them. But there's some gouging going on.
Maybe nobody will go.
I mean, and the thing is that I think a lot of these, and I understand it's one thing if it's season ticket holders, if it's people that are they're trying to make a little something. But what I think a lot of people are going to remember, and it would be smart for businesses to hear this. They're going to remember these businesses that are doing this. I'm telling everybody to give the middle finger to the parking people. Go park at the Safeway on Alhambra. Go park, anywhere in that region that has a grocery store or, the big electronics store, whatever, that has free parking. Go park and Uber in, Lyft in. I know that's not a perfect solution, and Uber and Lyft will probably have
jack up their rates.
Yeah, right, exactly. But worst case scenario, end of the game, you could go to the game, you could go get dinner for two somewhere around there at one of the fine restaurants, wait a little bit till Uber prices come down, then get to your car, and you know what? It'd still be cheaper than some of the parking they're trying to gouge you with.
Also, restaurants do not charge like $47 for a bloomin' onion just because it's playoff time, all right?
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. And I'll tell you right now, I want to hear about that. I do. I want hit me up on Twitter. I would love to hear about that. I would hate to hear about it. That's right. Let's shine some light. Is the best disinfectant. If you're out there getting gouged, let's shine some light on these people. Bullying works, weirdly enough, in these cases. We saw it a couple days ago when the frickin' store had Warriors stuff up, and they took that down. And some people be like, "Oh, what's the big deal?" Well, the big deal is, you know what? The customers are the ones that speak, and this isn't screw around time. We have no room to screw around, everybody. Everybody's got to be on their game. It's Kings. This is not a time for split allegiances. This is not a time to, whatever. No. Be in touch with whatever and do the right thing about the thing, Jason.
Yeah, clearly about the thing.
Real quick. I asked you this before, but I know we have all kinds of amateur folks out there. They're probably going to tell me I'm about to die, but I have this thing going right now where my phone keeps vibrating in my pocket, and then I go to answer it, and I realize that my phone's not in my pocket. My upper thigh is just like randomly vibrating, and it really feels like. And this happened before. This happened in the airport on the way. I remember the first time was on when we were leaving for Portland. And I was pulling up, and it was the same thing where it was just like, zzz, and I go to grab my phone. It feels exactly like my phone vibrating in my pocket. And I go to grab my phone, and it's not there, and it just does it for a couple hours.
Russell says phantom vibration syndrome. Google it.
Phantom vibration syndrome. That sounds fun.
Symptom of long-term COVID, I'm told.
Is that what it? I'm 100%. This is like asking this. I know that me doing this is worse than me going to WebMD. I'm completely here for the person that's like, you have a blood clot and you're about to die. You need to run to the like that's happening. Just don't give me a dumb answer, would you? If you don't know, also don't guess.
Playoff hype syndrome?
I mean, maybe. I could see that. Also, memo to moms and older people and also other people I know. This happened over the weekend. I just want to repeat something for social reasons. If somebody's about to tell you a joke, and they try to like, hey, what's the difference between Jason Ross and Jay Mars?
Not much.
Don't try to guess the answer. Just say, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, because there's a punchline or something at the end of that they want to deliver.
It's not Jeopardy.
Right.
We're trying to tell a joke here, and if you're sitting there guessing, number one, your guess might be better than the punchline, and now it's ruined. Throw your punchline in after the real punchline. Also, you're messing up the timing of the joke. No, just, hey, why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know, because it was, no, why? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Thank you. Yeah, let's role play real quick. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Atch.
At you.
Bless you. See, didn't try to guess it. Funny little sneeze. Right? Jay, let's try one here. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Don't cry, dude. The game's this weekend. It'll be fine. See? Easy.
Yeah.
Makes for great radio when you just play along.
It's wonderful. If you try to like, boo, are you a ghost? No, dude. Relax.
Answer the door.
It's so good to be back. I'm such a weirdo. You want to do some leading off? We have 2 minutes. We can.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
And the horn sounds, and the Atlanta Hawks have won an all-expense-paid trip to Boston.
Good luck.
Where they'll play the Celtics on Saturday afternoon at 3:30.
Yeah. I totally want to drag. There was a group of like ESPN and ESPN affiliated analysts and experts. 17 out of 17 picked the Heat, and I super want to drag them, but I thought the Heat were going to win too. This kind of surprised me. Atlanta's in turmoil and all that, and they pulled it together. They won the game.
Yeah, I mean the reward either way for those play-ins in the East was Boston or Milwaukee.
Yeah,
so good for you. You extend your season. Quinn Snyder can get more information on his roster going into what should be a turnover off season for that franchise. But hey, you got a chance. You're going against Boston. I don't think they'll win. What? Why not? Let's see what happens.
Kyle Lowry do enough last night to get another season there?
I don't think they want him there.
He had 33 points.
I think
off the bench.
I think Pat Riley doesn't. I think Pat Riley has kind of done his Pat Riley thing, like get in shape. He's not necessarily playable right now. I mean, he had a great night last night.
Lowry or Kevin Love?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's all a bunch of malarkey. I got to be honest with you. In Atlanta, I love Charles Barkley too. I really do love the unfettered honesty. They're doing the whole inside the NBA thing. TNT's got a lot of these games. He's like, there's no point in watching anything in the Eastern Conference but Cleveland and the Knicks. None of these series matter. No one's beating Philly, Boston, or Milwaukee till they face each other. There's really zero reason to what. They're trash. And Ernie's like, well, I see you turned down that job in TNT Promotions. You're supposed to draw up
hype it up.
Yeah.
Should the NBA move to 4-team playoff series? Your thoughts?
Cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
The loose ball, and Anderson's got it. And Edwards, who tonight struggled 3 of 16 and 3 of 17. The Los Angeles Lakers will play the 2 seed Memphis Grizzlies in a first-round series starting in Tennessee on Sunday.
All right, we'll get to this next. This butt of a game. So dumb.
That had a lot of everything, but not in a good way.
Yeah, it had a lot of poop. It was just, God, it was so predictable and stupid. When we get back, we'll tell you why it was predictable and stupid. We got a lot to get to today. It's Analyst Wednesday. Kayte will join us. Kenny will join us as well. Hey, by the way, Greg Papa will join us at 8 o'clock on Friday, too. That's a little, horizontal promotion or vertical or whatever they call it in the business. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Lakers.
One of those tolls, right?
One of those tolls right after this.
The last time the Kings won the Pacific Division, Weber and Peugeot were rocking Arco Arena.
Weber with a rebound. Kings break out. They've got 4 on 3. Right wing feed Christie. Touch pass. Peugeot behind the back of Weber. Power jam with the right hand.
20 years later, Fox and Domas have turned Golden One Center into a madhouse.
Fox to Sabonis. Sabonis scores in the low post.
Congratulations to the Sacramento Kings for winning the Pacific Division title for the first time since 2003.
And the Sacramento Kings have just won a Pacific Division championship.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, as always, of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Jeep celebration event?
We have huge savings for springtime on everyone's favorite Jeeps. But if you're looking to save money at the pump, then you need to take advantage of our huge savings on new 2023 Jeep plug-in hybrids. Right now, save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xEs and up to $12,000 off MSRP on new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs with our lease specials.
Yeah, but are they really worth all the hype?
Absolutely. My mother-in-law just got one, and she saved $15,000 and absolutely loves it. Plus, she's saving a ton of money on fuel. Now is the time to take advantage of this savings.
Well, there's no better place to get your new Jeep than Hoblet. No dealer markups and the best savings around. Stop by for a test drive today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$14,000 total net savings for leases only after $3,000 MyCarb lease bonus cash. $7,500 hybrid electric federal tax credit rebate plus $3,500 Hoblet discount. $12,000 total net savings for lease options only after $2,000 MyCarb lease bonus cash. $1,000 California bonus cash and $7,500 hybrid electric fed tax credit plus $1,500 Hoblet discount. Multiple lease terms available. 5 net savings. See dealer for details.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Hachimura. LeBron. Taking 3. They'll try to tie right here.
Going 2-10, the analytics side said we had a 0.3 chance of making the postseason. So, that's all you ask for is a chance, I guess. And, for us to turn around our season and give ourselves an opportunity to compete for the Larry O'Brien Trophy, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, the world's against him. Way to
clearly.
Way to overcome.
Were you watching the game when the Laker fans started chanting "Ref, you suck"?
I
thought that was just wonderful.
I did. Well, you know why they were probably mad?
It worked because then the refs flipped around and said, we're going to help you out.
Someone on Twitter said Laker fan chanting "Ref, you suck" is like booing your own team.
It really kind of is, actually. By the way, that grocery store thing that had the Warrior stuff, they took it down. And then somebody sent me a picture yesterday and said, yeah, but the Frito-Lay people or whoever on the other one, this might be even worse. And it was just the display, and it had a ref with a whistle. And then somebody says, yeah, Lakers, even worse. Here's the problem. Free throws, second half, 17-3.
And the three were, the final play on AD Conley.
Oh my God! Talk about your Pepto-Bismol brain fart play of the game.
Which honestly, the rule that was called this year, he didn't allow him to land. Like they review that for flagrant.
Yeah.
And if you do that to the letter of the law, I think that's the most ridiculous call in the league right now.
Sure.
But Conley landed on his foot, kind of turned it a little bit.
Had 4 free throws.
Could have. At least look at it. I don't know. I think it's a weak call, personally. But if you're doing it the way you do it during the regular season.
It's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. Like, here's the thing.
That was awful basketball.
It was terrible.
The T-Wolves couldn't score for 10 minutes. And
I want to listen. As much as I hate the Lakers and do think the NBA is in the bag for them and the refs and all that, I hate hypocrisy. Got to be fair. It was 17-3 in the second half. Mm-hmm. Okay. But then look at the shot chart in the second half. It's actually ridiculous how much Minnesota settled.
Yeah.
And the Lakers, I want to say it was like 54-36 points in the paint. The Lakers in the second half were really doing a lot down low. I think they got the benefit of some calls. Sure. Yes. But just because free throws aren't even doesn't mean that there's some sort of cheating going on. The Lakers did deserve to have more free throws, in my opinion, in the second half. I just don't know if it was that.
Yeah. And, what as this played out, there were a couple different – honestly, I had this thought because all week we've been waiting for this Kings-Warriors series.
Sure.
And, the reality, Dave, is it could end as fast as 4 games. Sure, the Warriors could sweep the Kings. That's a possibility.
Yes.
But I still had that thought out there going, well, if the T-Wolves win, T-Wolves, Memphis, if the Kings were to get through the Warriors, they're playing one of these two teams. Oh, that California dream is kind of gone of that lack of travel. But I don't know that I was rooting for the Lakers, but now it's the Lakers. And then the reality hit me afterwards. It's like, wait, this is either going to be in the next round, Kings-Lakers, Kings-Grizzlies, Warriors-Lakers, Warriors-Grizzlies. That's pretty awesome.
Really good second round.
No matter what. Maybe for the league, no one would care maybe about Kings-Grizzlies. But the Warriors-Grizzlies, the Grizzlies seem to think they're the Warriors for some reason.
Sure.
And then Lakers, anybody just gets everybody's, But if you saw Lakers-Kings somehow, oh my gosh, in round 2, you think ticket prices are bad now?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they're going to be rough. And that's the thing. It's almost like, I get that everybody wants to be there for game 1 because who knows when it will happen again. But also on the other side, it's kind of like, gosh, if this team were to make the finals, would anyone have any money left?
Right.
Would anyone have any money? Because we saw that yesterday, like the seats go from like $350 face value to like 900 and something if they made the finals. Who's going to have money left? Because you're going to have to pay for 2 more rounds in between.
Yeah.
I invite everybody to look at the shot charts. They're really easy to find. But here's your shot chart yesterday, Jason.
Yeah.
Lakers on the right, Wolves on the left. It's silly how little the Wolves tried to do anything down low.
Yeah, and then what was the point of that long two by the Timberwolves? See that long two just kind of right there by the arc?
Yeah, that's the DeMar DeRozan special. I don't know. The Lakers survive. They are now officially in the playoffs. They move on, and now the Timberwolves will host the winner of the Oklahoma City New Orleans game tonight. And you're right. Here's the funny thing. I was thinking about this like you were too, Jason, a little bit too ahead of myself, but
yeah. It's what you do.
If the Warriors were to beat the Kings, which I hate thinking about, and I would be so angry, and Memphis were to win their series, which is likely, I can't imagine me rooting for Memphis. So Is there a world where the Warriors could beat my Kings and then I turn around and root for the Warriors? And then here's the other thing. If the Warriors were to beat the Kings, do you kind of, in the back of your head, root for them? Because if they win the title, then, hey, we lost to the champions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, can you watch a series without rooting? Just observe it?
For me, it's tough.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, actually, last night wasn't that hard. I mean, I wasn't rooting against the Lakers, but I wasn't rooting for them either. I was just kind of.
Right.
I want to say I was watching and going, what am I watching? This is bad basketball.
It was terrible basketball.
And in the end, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, the Lakers, or for that matter, the T-Wolves, could win a best-of-7 series playing that poorly and winning 4 games. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Yeah.
But it was not good basketball.
I really enjoyed Reggie Miller last night at one point. Well, you got to give credit to Tim Connolly. You know, he traded those 4 first-round picks to get Gobert. And then he was the guy that, decided to suspend Gobert for the game. It's like, what? Tim Connolly became the highest paid GM in the league to make literally like maybe the worst trade in NBA history.
Yeah. So. And I don't know. Part of me thinks that the T-Wolves might have been better for a day without him.
Yeah.
I mean, the Towns
look like it.
Gobert, and then he doesn't play, and you go, man, they probably would have helped. It was a weird night. Anthony Edwards was bad.
Anthony Edwards was really bad. Future King Anthony Edwards.
Oh, I like the sound of that. What do you know?
He likes playing here.
Okay.
Yeah. 916-339-1140. We invite your texts from the 209. What's the point of winning a division title if you don't even get a first-round series like the Miami Heat? I would say this, in my opinion. I think division titles are lame. I wish they do away with them. Let's just go. It doesn't matter. Let's just go conference.
That's how we all measure it anyway.
Yeah.
I've always said either you go all in and embrace the divisions and make that very important, or just it's East and West. And it seems like that's the way the league is doing it anyway.
I mean, if it was up to me, you wouldn't even have conferences. You just go 1
top
through
30
16
or top 16.
Yeah, and let's have at it. But they, for some reason, are holding on to this division title thing. When even like if you go to ESPN and you hit standings, the default is conference.
Yeah,
nobody cares about division titles except like us when we're going to raise the banner. But you shouldn't. I don't know. You still have rivalry.
Yeah,
it's not like football, man.
Well, and there were times in history, Kings and Lakers felt like the 2 best teams in the league. Well, they play in the conference finals. Maybe Milwaukee and Boston are the 2 best.
Yep.
Maybe Philly's close.
Yeah.
They're going to knock each other out.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that call. Not a very good call. We'll take a break. When we come back, Jay's wonderful idea to make baseball interesting. Safe or out day 2 on SactownSports.com.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Nemi was G League MVP runner-up. They run him out there.
I've seen as much of Nemi as I need to see this year.
Have you seen him since he held up that runner-up trophy?
I have not seen him since he played 4 minutes for the Kings when that same night Coach Brown came out in the pregame and said, we're going to try to play Nemi.
I remember that.
We're going to give Nemi some run, which meant 4 minutes and then never seen it again.
Might have found something here in Nemi. 4 minutes later, we did not find something here.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street. Right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Kings are in the playoffs, and Sactown Sports and Quick Quack Car Wash want to send you to a game. Head to the Sactown Sports website and register to win a pair of tickets to Game 2 of the first round at Golden One Center. All courtesy of Quick Quack, proud partner of the Sacramento Kings with over 30 locations in the Sacramento area. At Quick Quack, wash your car all you want with an unlimited membership and enjoy the fast service that will have your car clean, shined, and dried in under 3 minutes.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether you own a local business
or a global one. You're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Plus, a Boots Boot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughty Wood Barbecue.
When I want to stretch out after a long day, my sofa needs to be comfortable, but it also needs to look attractive and inviting when guests come to visit. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. We spend so much time on our living room sofas that we forget they're a focal point and a hint to our decorating tastes. Right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings sofa sale, you can save on every sofa, including gallery-exclusive custom-ordered FlexSteel furniture. Whether you're interested in a new sofa, sectional, or recliner, you can choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics. Nobody has more styles and choices than Naturewood Home Furnishings. And when it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop Naturewood for the look you love at a price you'll love even more. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable sofa sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder. Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Coming up on today's show, Sacramento Kings Keller analyst Kayte Christensen joins us at 8 a.m., followed by former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you missed either of those 2 interviews this morning, you can check them out at SactownSports.com later in the day. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. I will continue to say this because people aren't getting the info, and that stinks. There will be no monitors outside Golden 1 is what we are told. There will be no monitors. I see it in the chat. There will be no gathering of people, officially at least, to watch the game for those who cannot get in. People are being encouraged to go to the restaurants in the area to watch, but there is no official watch party for the games. If you're saying, well, they did it in Toronto and they did it in Milwaukee, you are correct. However, due to violent incidents that happened, the NBA apparently has put the kibosh. This is not a Kings decision. This is an NBA decision. Where is our official Sactown Sports watch party, Jay? I don't have the. Do we have one? We do not have one. Okay. Well, good. All right. So, back to you. Safe or out?
The Milwaukee Brewers have extended beer sales to the end of the 8th inning due to the pitch clock speeding up the game. Safe or out? Every MLB team will do this by season's end.
I hope out. Here's a good idea. Why don't we give people more ability to get drunker and then get in their cars and drive home with their families? That is super responsible. And golly, I hope they make a lot of money doing that. If that isn't the most asinine thing. Now, I understand you, Mr. or you, Mrs. Beer Drinker, are responsible and you do your own thing, but think about it. It's a quick game, right? 8th inning, beer sales, which means that guess what? Odds are the game's going to be over fairly quickly afterwards most of the time. So, in effect, the franchise is telling their fans, no, please, go buy more $15 beers that we're going to gouge you for so you can get even more housed and then hop in the car with your kid and drive on home. I also wonder if Milwaukee is going to, and maybe they do, to be fair, maybe they do. I don't know. But do you have, and these exist, do you have breathalyzers that people can walk up to on their way to the parking lot just to, blow in there just to see what you're at? Because a lot of people, I don't have anything on my arm that tells me if I'm automatically at 0.8 or above. So let's encourage more people drinking and dying by selling beer until the end of the 8th inning. Back to you.
Yeah, I hope they don't do this either. I'm with you on around the league. Now it's, hey, what is this about? Money.
Yeah.
Oh, because the game's faster, we can sell beers an inning or two longer.
Yeah.
Everything's always about money. But what if the game then all of a sudden stalls and you're getting more and more beers? It's a long 6th inning. It's a long 7th inning. It's a long 8th inning. And people consume more. And then the 9th inning goes quickly, to your point, David. Now they've had a few extra beers than they normally would have had, and then they're hopping in their car. So I think what they've done for years has been fine. Let's keep that standard.
Honestly. And I'm sorry. I know I'm coming off as a wet blanket, you know what, but I'm a big fan of people not dying in car accidents. I'm a huge fan of that. And
what makes you a wet blanket?
Well, I guarantee you somebody was hearing what I said and was like, dude, you just sound like such a snarky bastard. And I get it. But in reality, I hate, and I'm really on that this week, I hate when franchises look at fans as simply dollar signs. And I understand it's a business. I get it. That's how it works. And that's why I don't own a team. I'm not rich enough because I'm not good at business. But you would think at some point they'd say, I don't want to put them in that position. Because somebody who's a little bit buzzed in the 6th, maybe they don't have the right decision making to say, I shouldn't buy the beer in the 8th. And we're sending them off into the world. And let's say it's not even a tragedy. Let's say they're just getting a DUI because Milwaukee cops are going to be around the area. And you're going to have, 20, 30,000 people, of which half of them are some sort of buzzed on the roads. I'm sure nothing's going to happen. And you know what? When it does, Jay, I'm sure the local TV stations, tragedy after the Brewers game. Yeah, it is. But how about tragedy caused by the Brewers? Just saying. Or whatever franchise. So
they're the Brewers.
I know, right? I know. It's not like they're the Milwaukee Waters. Number 2.
Safe or out?
The Tampa Bay Rays have moved to an MLB best 11-0. Safe or out? They'll beat the 87 Brewers and 82 Braves record of 13-0 to start an MLB season.
There's those pesky Brewers again. Well, let's see. They're in the middle of playing the Red Sox right now. And then they move on to Toronto. If you're wondering what the Red Sox and Toronto are doing this season, well, Toronto's 7-4. The Red Sox are 5-6. What does that tell us? That tells us the Rays have this one last game, 2 more against Boston. And then they move to Toronto. I will say out. I will say they will match the record, and then they will lose game 1 in Toronto.
I'm going to say out, but I don't think they're even going to get to that. Baseball is it's just a weird sport. It's so hard to win that many in a row. What they've done is incredible. They did a handful of it against the A's, but their stats are crazy, how many home runs they've hit versus runs they've allowed. So they're obviously a good team. They've been a good team for a while. But just baseball by the numbers, I'm going to play the odds here and say out. They will not get there.
Well, they are facing Chris Sale today, who is 1-0.
Come sail away.
He's 1-0 with a lovely 11.25 ERA.
Pretty good.
So here we go. Number 3.
Safe or out?
Let's go to the opposite end of the spectrum, shall we? The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9. Safe or out? This team will win 60 games this season.
60 would mean they go 60 and 102. I'm going to go out. And I want to ask this again. I know we have a lot of A's fans listening, and every time I try to do this, they get mad. Okay, I know we have a couple of A's fans listening. Yeah. Here's what I saw our old friend Kyle Madsen tweeting about the A's yesterday, in an angry way. But what was
current friend? He was on the station last week.
I apologize. And as somebody, and we all went through the relocation, terrible owner, crappy. I get it. Here's what I want to know. Why? I really want an answer from A's fans. I want to know. Why is any A's fan watching any of these games, and why are they going to any of these games, and why are they spending a dime? John Fisher is a fraud. John Fisher is one of the most horrific owners in the history of the game. The A's were in a profit last year, by the way, in part because of revenue. Well, really because of revenue sharing. They're forcing these fans, not forcing, the fans are voluntarily spending money at these games in the hundreds of fans, whatever it is.
Dozens and dozens lining up outside the gates.
Why is anyone paying any attention to this team? This is not a Major League Baseball team.
But it's your team. What if that's your team you grew up with, you love, you passion? Now, I can agree with spending the money. Now, it doesn't really cost you anything to watch them on TV.
Sure.
So if that's who you love, that's your passion, you can hate the owner, you can hate the situation, you can hate all that and watch them on TV. But if you are spending money to go down there and put money in their pockets, even if it's your one of 3,000, that I question a little bit. But if that's what you love, if that's your team.
Honestly, it's a cheap way to watch a baseball game.
It's not a baseball game. It's an exhibition.
Yeah, but it's a baseball exhibition.
This is not this. People say, "Oh, they're a AAA." They're literally a AAA team. Like,
bro, you can get a pair of tickets probably for $10 at this point.
I hear
what if you go watch Shohei?
I went, huh?
Judge.
The
other teams,
but you're also putting money in Ding Dong's pocket.
You are. What if you love baseball? That's your team. And again, this has been about 2 years of this. I mean, honestly, the A's were pretty competitive for 3 to 4 years before this. Now, they're still doing the same shoestring budget.
Yeah.
Also, technicality, I get it. But if you buy off the secondary market, you're technically not putting money into the owner's pocket. It was already put in there.
It was already put in there. I mean, listen, I went to
it's a brave soul that does it.
I went to 2 A's games last year.
I put money in their pocket.
I completely hear you.
Carmichael Fisher.
From the point of, I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah, but the amount of brownies and popcorn you consume.
Oh, my God, dude. That
got him a new first baseman.
nailed him. Oh, so great. Like, I hear you. And the people going to watch the other team. Okay. I hear you. I guess I'm more confused with the whole, like, why are you tweeting about? Why? Yeah. It's so sad to watch, dude. A's fans deserve so much better than this.
Also, can we get some direction? Like, are they staying? Almost everyone says no. Well, then where are they going and when? Are they leaving? They're going to Vegas? What's the process
Does
here?
Oakland get the Aviators in return?
Fisher's just bleeding.
No, that's a real question.
They're bleeding this team and fan base dry so that they can say, we don't have any support here and support their move. It's
why.
So obvious. Oh, and by the way, Joe Lacob wants to buy the team as a standing offer. So it's not like
let him have it
to stay in Oakland. Like, how is John Fisher not the most hated owner in sports? I mean, is he though? I don't think he is.
Just not visible enough. That would be my only answer.
When he was sitting next to Vivek up here at the Kings game, he should have been. I mean, honestly, if people knew who he was, that's probably why they didn't put him on the scoreboard.
Can you imagine, dude? Vivek, you pay how much
right.
in player salaries?
Do you think John Fisher?
Wait, all that you pay De'Aaron? You pay De'Aaron what I pay my team.
Do you think Fisher asked for bus money or gas money for coming up here to watch the game? We'll take a break.
You got my parking, don't you?
Right, exactly.
Fisher does not use premium unleaded.
Oh, absolutely, dude. John Fisher buys all Great Value brands
with coupons.
When we come back,
he's the guy who holds up the checking stand.
Because he's going through the coupons. He's the guy that checks all his lotto tickets at 6 p.m. at the AM/PM when there's like a giant line behind him.
Oh, I won again.
Jason, say for out, he's winning 60 games.
Oh, sorry.
out.
All right.
Of course, if John Fisher wants to move the team to Sacramento, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Right.
Then pour all your money in.
When we come back, the Hawks advanced over the Heat. Right. Okay. They'll meet the Celtics. We got that game next.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Debo 10. Debo. Touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton and Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current. Roseville Electric provides you with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. Whether you're looking to go electric, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply save on your monthly energy bill, Roseville Electric has a solution for you. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
and the horn sounds, and the Atlanta Hawks have won an all-expense-paid trip to Boston, where they'll play the Celtics on Saturday afternoon at 3:30.
Yeah, you're going to Beantown. I call it Beantown.
Beans.
Boston baked. Is that? I mean, for real, is that why? That makes sense.
I like Boston baked beans. I haven't had them forever.
No.
Does that all expense paid for trip come with like complimentary chowder?
I would hope so. By the way, New England clam chowder, huge greater than signed Manhattan clam chowder. Does anyone like Manhattan clam chowder?
I didn't even know that was a thing until literally 4 seconds ago.
You've never heard Manhattan clam?
No.
It's a red chowder. It's red.
Well, there you go.
It's like a tomato base.
That's stupid.
It sounds, I've tried it. It actually is disgusting. Jason, your thoughts on clam chowder?
I don't consume it.
Yeah.
Really?
He's don't you have an allergy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Really?
I just thought literally you did it by choice. Like,
take one for
Is it good? I mean, honestly, it's great.
very good.
Good, great.
If it is a good,
because I love soups.
Yeah.
So
gotta be thick, right?
Clam chowder is wonderful if it's made properly.
Yeah.
And he's exactly right. A thick, a soupy, watery chowder stinks.
I used to work for a restaurant that's how their chowder was made. I'm like, you're disgrace.
I feel like it's one of those, not only if it's not made properly, that it doesn't taste good, obviously, but it also could get you sick.
I think it's tough to get sick because everything is so cooked.
Oh, that's true.
But when I make a New England clam chowder, the one thing I do is I will pressure cook the clams first, just by themselves, and then pour the clams and the juice into the chowder as a base. Because how many times, Jay, have you had a clam chowder and it's wonderful, but you're chewing on clam gum?
That's the problem
for a while.
Yeah.
They're very chewy naturally, but if you pressure cook
real
them,
quick before we move on, my cousin, when we were teenagers, I wish I had a cousin named Vinny. Maybe the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life came out of his mouth. He said, I really enjoyed clam chowder until I realized like the like chewier things, those were clams. I'm like, what
did you think was
in
it?
He's like,
that was chowder.
No, he thought that was potato. I'm like, how? Sway?
Chewy potatoes?
Yes. Which would honestly be worse.
Almost as fun as listen, this is gonna happen, but you bite into some clam, you ever bite into a sand granule? When you're eating, that's never happened. Where you had a little speck of sand in with the clam. That's when you know it's fresh.
Hold the sand.
Hold the sand. The Hawks beat the Heat.
Miami chowder, I've heard, is a completely different thing.
That's an Instagram influencer.
Oh, I thought it was an STD.
Jesus. Number 2 versus number 7. If the Heat do not make the playoffs, I mean, heck, even if they do.
Yeah, if they do, they're getting Milwaukee now.
Yeah. The Heat are. It's going to be an interesting offseason for the Heat.
They were the 1 seed last year.
They were.
In the conference finals.
This is a very, it's tough to imagine Spoelstra being in any issue. I mean, he's, I think, the second longest tenured coach behind Greg Popovich and has titles and blah, blah, blah. But something's going on. Miami is like the Toronto of Chicago's in the sense that they just, you look at the team and you go, why are you, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and they've got good pieces on the bench. Guys like Oladipo who can give them a few minutes. Duncan Robinson has just completely disappeared. And even a guy like Omer Yet-7, I know that's funny, but Omer Yet-7 is actually a really good bench player at times. He's a tiny little piece of the pie, but they, for some reasons, it almost makes you think, like, is something going on? Is there some sort of team chemistry issue? Any team that has Bam and Jimmy as their 2 pieces, Tyler Hero is a great piece. And let's be honest, they were 44 and 38. It's not like it was a disaster, but it just seems like something regressed with these guys.
Yeah, and they're in a financial situation where next year they're already up to like $170 million on the cap. So I mean, I know they hadn't wanted to move Bam or Tyler Hero in the past, but I think that's how you kind of change your team. If that's what you have to do, you can bring it back in some version and hope a reboot of a new year is the answer. But I don't know what they'll do. And Pat Riley will always be creative and gets a lot of those fringe guys, but I just don't know how they're going to do it.
I think it's very dangerous in sports, especially in playoffs, especially with teams with some form of experience. And it's you find yourself, you run into a little bit of trouble when you make absolute proclamations. And we see this on the TV all the time. This is not going to happen. There's no chance. But I don't know how to say anything other than Boston, Atlanta is going to be just a terrible, easy series for Boston. Terrible series, easy for Boston. I don't see a world unless, Jason Tatum runs into Al Horford, who spills over to Jaylen Brown and knocks out. I just don't see how the Hawks have a chance.
Yeah, my only answer would be like sports, like
that's
things
right.
but that's not a really good. I don't have a breakdown. Well, because if Trae Young could get into it, everything points to Boston. And okay, can Atlanta get a game? Yeah, maybe something like that. But I can't picture this one being extended. Boston being really stressed. They seem like clearly the better team.
Yes.
I'm sure Quinn Snyder will try to find an angle, but I don't see it.
I don't either.
But you play it, you see what happens. But I'm with you. I would pick Boston 4, maybe 5.
Looking at the regular season record, unless I'm missing a game, I believe they were 3-0.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston was 3-0 against Atlanta. You look at everything about Atlanta. I don't see any advantages for them. I don't see an experience advantage. I don't see an intangible advantage. I don't see a team advantage. I don't see a matchup advantage.
Yeah, you get Trae Young that can go off, but
Sure.
okay, Marcus Smart, last year's defensive player of the year. You've got multiple guys that Boston can put on him. I don't see him being able to have that superhuman series to make it interesting.
Is Clint Capella the most Is Clint Capella the most anonymous player in the NBA for what he does? Clint Capella's 28.
Is that it?
Right. He averaged 12 and 11 and over a block a game. And part of me goes, wow. And then the other part of me goes, I don't know. Is Clint Capella he's not Hassan Whiteside, but is he one of those guys that is just going to go through and you notice him every once in a while on a highlight, but nobody ever talks about Clint Capella.
Right.
Seems like a good piece. You see him on the floor. When we play him, he's always doing stuff. Nobody ever talks about Clint Capella. Right. All right. I'm here to talk. I just wanted to
Dave wants to have Clint Capella love.
Take a break. When we come back, let's get to the Kings, shall we?
Yeah.
They are the underdogs. If there ever was one, not getting any respect, is that a good thing for them? We'll do that next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
He's using Irish Spring bars in 2023. They still sell them, so obviously enough people. I feel like between your Irish Spring and your CBS TV shows, you're a whole nother demographic, man. Wow. And between you taking your shoes off to poop and using a loofah, you're also a different demographic. I think most people are pooping shoeless, though.
No. Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Near the banks of the Sacramento River, Perry Dye of the famous Dye family of golf architects designed Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course as Sacramento's #1 course for fun. Dye's design and mixture of holes assures players of a fun-filled day with friends. Bartley Kavanaugh's moderately sized greens and generous fairway landing areas make for an affordable and fun round of golf. After golf, relax on the outdoor veranda with a cold beverage or a tasty meal. For tee times, visit BartleyKavanaugh.com. It's Sacramento's #1 course for fun.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I want to talk to you about my friends at Amy Ace Hardware and Amy's Outdoor Living. It's warm. The weather is finally here. It's time to get outdoors. And my friends at Amy Ace Hardware and Amy Outdoor Living are celebrating with a huge warehouse sale, 3 days only, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 to 5 p.m. The warehouse is at 11255 Pirates Way, Suite 200 in Gold River off Sunrise and 50. Slash prices on patio furniture, including top quality brands like Brown, Jordan, and others. Everything for your backyard, like umbrellas, cushions, fire pits, and lounge chairs. You're going to find huge discounts on slightly dented and demoed Weber and Traeger grills. Pick her up a Traeger like I have. Pick one up today. Even some pre-light Christmas trees. So, hey, bring your truck, load it up. 3-day warehouse sale at 11255 Pirates Way, Gold River off of Sunrise and 50. Follow the signs and tell them your buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A,
Chris Young,
Brett Eldridge,
and so many more.
plus a Boot Scoot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughtywood Barbecue.
The Kings are in the playoffs, and Sactown Sports and Quick Quack Car Wash want to send you to a game. Head to the Sactown Sports website and register to win a pair of tickets to Game 2 of the first round at Golden One Center. All courtesy of Quick Quack, proud partner of the Sacramento Kings with over 30 locations in the Sacramento area. At Quick Quack, wash your car all you want with an unlimited membership and enjoy the fast service that will have your car clean, shined, and dried in under 3 minutes.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. What's going on for Ram Truck Month, Chad?
Big savings and even better financing. Save up to $11,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. Plus, financing as low as 1.9%. That's thousands more in savings on the truck you've always wanted. And we have over 400 new Ram trucks available, so you're sure to find your perfect truck.
Well, what if we're looking to save a few bucks at the pump?
We've got you covered there, too, with up to $14,000 in net savings when you lease a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe for only $459 a month for 36 months and only $19.95 due at signing. This is easily one of the best plug-in hybrids you can get.
And that is why Hoblet has so many great customer reviews. They make you feel like family. Stop by for a test drive today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period.
$11,500 total net savings after $5,500 factory rebates and $6,000 dealer discount. Rebates include $2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital qualify. $500 on-the-job uplift for business owners. Special 1.9% financing available for 36 months on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. $14,000 total net savings for lessee only. Includes $3,000 My Card lease bonus cash. $7,500 hybrid electric Fed tax credit rebate. Plus $3,500 Hoblet discount. 10,000 miles per year. 25 cents per mile in excess. 5 each net savings. See dealer for details.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer. with David VR.
Coming up on today's show, Sacramento Kings Keller analyst Kayte Christensen joins us at 8 a.m., followed by former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you missed either of those two interviews this morning, you can check them out at SactownSports.com later in the day. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Analyst Wednesday, as we are approaching the halfway point to Saturday. Kings, Warriors. Hey, this is how bad it is. Like, so NBC Sports California put out a graphic, and it's like their official series graphic. It's got like Steph on the left and De'Aaron or Domas on the right, whatever it is. And it's all Warriors versus Kings, game 1 Saturday. And I'm like, why isn't it Kings versus Warriors? We're the higher seed. And maybe they just did it because the Kings are the home team. I'm trying to give them a little bit of whatever, but I'm like, here's how bad it is. I'm preemptively angry at NBC Sports California because I'm afraid their coverage is going to slant Warriors.
You think?
And it's like, dude, no, I don't want, like, I believe they're going to have separate coverages, it looks like, and all that, but I'm looking for every possible slight. And I think a lot of Kings fans are too. We see this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, this analyst, that analyst that gives the Kings no respect. They gives them no hope.
Yeah.
Brian Windhorst.
Golden State Warriors. They get the 6th seed. We'll get the inexperienced Sacramento Kings starting this weekend. Don't have to travel. They can take a bus to those games. At the start of the week, Greeny, we saw the Clippers, Lakers, and Warriors all unsure where they were going to go. One team was going to get the Suns in the first round. Not ideal. One team was going to have to go into the play-in. Not ideal. One team was going to get the 6th seed, get the Kings, who are formidable, but inexperienced and weaker defensively. That was the sweet spot. The Warriors hit it.
The sweet spot are the Sacramento Kings. I saw Monty Poole, who covers the Warriors for NBC Sports California. He went through backcourt, front court, center, coaching, and intangibles.
Mm-hmm.
Every single category was even, or excuse me, every single category was favored Warriors, except center, naturally, which he rated as even. Yes. Now, I think Kevon Looney's getting a little bit of slander he doesn't deserve, or he's being underappreciated. Kevon Looney's a good, nice player. I like him, and he's going to make Sabonis work for everything.
Yeah.
That is not even, Monty Poole. Kevon Looney versus Domantas Sabonis is not even. I think I saw yesterday it was something like 15 of 17, that same ESPN group that predicts series.
Yeah.
15 of 17 have picked the Warriors. And I'm kind of here for it. I kind of want all of that. I don't want anyone to pick the Kings. I want everybody to disrespect them. I want all the jokes. I want Steph Curry listening to his wife and daughter laugh about Sacramento Kings fans. I want that played before the game. I want it everywhere. I want hype videos. That's where I want this team. I want this team with the nobody. There is nothing more powerful in sports than a locker room saying to each other, nobody believes in us. We're all we have. We're a brotherhood. Let's go out and prove people wrong. That is that you can't get better bulletin board material than that. Kevin Herter said bulletin board material doesn't necessarily matter. He's the expert. He's the athlete. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I will say I think an overall feel, though, it does matter, and the state of mind. All the pressure is on the Warriors.
I would think so. I mean, they have far more to lose, right? I mean, this is a great basketball dynasty that they think, and Clay has said it, hey, if we're healthy, I don't see anybody beating us. Yeah. Well, I would argue that they're pretty darn healthy. I know we don't know the return of Wiggins, what that will look like, but okay, they're pretty much whole as a group now.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I would say that maybe, and I'm going to the psychological part of this. I like the spot that the Kings are in as far as people don't think they can win the series for the majority. I'm sure there's some out there that do. I'm talking about the NBA experts and so on. But even another cut I think we played from Draymond's podcast where he's like, look, one of our goals is to get on them early, like in game one, like take control of this series, which is what the Warriors do so well. And if they were to do that, I don't think the Kings would get doubt in their mind in game one or maybe even but like if the Warriors jump out and got them like 2-0-1 both here, then all the things that everybody has said, it was like, oh, uh-oh.
Now you're going back.
They did flip that switch. They are the best team.
Yep.
That kind of thing. So that's the kind of stuff, but that hasn't happened yet.
There's Draymond Green saying just that.
It's going to be a tough matchup. But, of course, I got the Dubs taking this one. Why would I not have the Dubs taking this one? But it'll be tough. I'm looking forward to it. You want to try to get these games done as fast as you can. I would love to get it done in 4, maybe 5. Very hard to do. I don't care who you playing, by the way, whether it's a great team or not so great team. Very hard to do that. But that's always ideally what you want to try to do. This is a young team that doesn't have much playoff experience. You want to try to pounce on that right away. You don't want to let them get hope, start getting more experience and start believing. You want to start trying to take that. You want to instill doubt right away. As much as you can, instill the doubt immediately. And so that has to be our goal going in. That will be our goal. I have no doubt that we can get that done.
That's Draymond. I don't fault him for thinking that.
I don't either.
But I think it's nice to know how they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I want it all played. I want Steph Curry post games playing. Oh, I said, unmute the site. I said I want Steph Curry post game.
You talk about historically bad shooting, and a lot of history is made. He's named head coach twice, 24 hours. I felt like we got traded to the Kings.
Mm-hmm. I want that playing. I want this playing.
Kids wrote these jokes. Why is the Sacramento Kings arena so hot?
I don't know.
Because they ain't got no fans.
I want that laugh.
It's out there.
I want this playing nonstop. Yeah. I want all that. I'm here for it. I'm here for the Kings being disrespected, Sacramento being disrespected, the Warriors already being crowned. I'm here for all the Warrior fans who, my goodness, went through so many years of horrible teams that you'd think they'd at least understand. And listen, of course they want to beat the heck out of us. Of course they're going to be confident. Of course. And they should be. They deserve that. They've earned that. The Kings have done nothing in the postseason. The Warriors have done everything in the postseason. No matter what happens this playoffs, the Warriors are one of the great dynasties of all time, including a team that had the best record of all time. They have 3 first ballot Hall of Famers. They are legends, and you have to tip your cap and respect that. But ball don't care about legends, doesn't care about legacy. You would think a lot of Warrior fans would fully understand the position the Kings are in right now, and would also know that, hey, let's not get, the world has a funny way of knocking people off their pedestals if they get up too high. And as Fox and Monk said earlier this year, we don't give a blank who's on the other side.
And I believe that.
We're going to find out in the playoffs. We're going to find out very quickly if they do care. Here's Jeff Van Gundy on the Kings being the underdoggies.
Well, I don't know if they're the giant, but I think they're if whole, I think it's the worst matchup for the Kings in the first round because of Curry's greatness. And if Wiggins makes it back, then they could be better defensively on the road than they've been. But Sacramento is a lethal offensive team. Sabonis, who was highly criticized in that trade for Halliburton, has been like a Jokic light, and then Fox has been phenomenal, and they surround them with good shooting. But can their defense hold up?
Fair question.
It's so crazy with the Warriors because this isn't like a normal situation where you can take the regular season and go, I don't want to look at that. You look at their road record and you go, oh my God, are they even going to win one game at Golden One? Are they going to win one game at Golden One? They can't win on the road. But there's that factor of, were they playing possum? Did they not care? Were they packing it in? Was it because they had injuries, this, that, whatever? We're going to talk to Greg Papa on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to hear what he has to say about all that.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I think the way yesterday when we talked to John Dickinson, I think his phrasing was pretty good. He's like, is it a case literally or the Warriors aren't as good as they've been, or is it kind of what they feel like we weren't buttoned up, not locked in?
Yeah.
And maybe we won't know that until this starts, but I mean, a season of 82 games kind of shows you a little bit of who you are, but that's what they did last year too. I think they won their last 5 games and then went on a title run. So they've shown they can do it. Can they do it again? And is it about matchups? Is this a bad matchup for them? Is this going to become a score fest? Well, if that's the case, that's a pretty good recipe for the Kings because they score with the best of them.
The Warriors finished the year 8-2. One of those losses was by 3 to Minnesota in a game they very much threw away at home, and then a 2-point loss in Denver, which was weird because that was a Jokic-less Denver team that night. But they're certainly coming in hot. The Kings, I believe, 5-5 in their last 10. We will take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. We got Mavs, we got the NFL. And we have DeMarcus Cousins. We'll play off of that news we got yesterday. We're back in just 1 minute.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Hand off McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feels super, baby! The 5-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
on your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
I see our YouTube chat is getting feisty, and I love that.
About
a lot of stuff. Really, a lot of stuff. AC's in there. It says Greg Papa is out of his element with the NBA, and naturally, his Golden State homer, he has zero credibility talking about anything NBA related. I would just simply say this. He's called games for the Warriors, Spurs, and the Pacers. Like,
he's done a lot of NBA.
Don't get fooled about Greg Papa. And first off, Greg Papa's a walking encyclopedia. Now, whether or not he's a Golden State homer, whatever, that's great. We're all kind of listen. I'm not going to sit here and disparage somebody who covers a team for being a homer when I'm the biggest stinking homer in the world. But dude, Greg Papa knows quite a bit about basketball.
Yeah, it does a daily show. He follows the teams.
Yeah.
I mean, he would talk basketball with us when we were doing football.
He's not just a football guy.
Yeah.
And by the way, Greg Papa could probably do a 4-hour show on baseball too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you call A's and Giants, correct?
JMR's question 1.
The Mavericks said they're confident that Kyrie Irving wants to be in Dallas. Yay! Do you share in their confidence?
Man, I don't know that Kyrie knows what he wants to do tomorrow.
So you don't?
No, I don't. I'm not saying he might not re-sign in Dallas, but here's the thing. Gone are the days with some of these players where Kyrie just signed a 4-year max deal or whatever. Oh, he's a Mav. Okay, now it's to the point where you sign your deal and maybe you give it a year. If you don't like it, you request a trade. I want out. So maybe Kyrie signs with Dallas this year. It'd be the financially smart thing to do. He gets the money, and then he sees how it goes. And he could very easily decide to move on. Like if Kyrie Irving signed a 4-year deal this summer, and in January of next year publicly asked for a trade, are we shocked?
No. Nope.
Are we even surprised?
Now, Kyrie Irving could retire in January next year. We wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
That's exactly. I mean, do I trust what Kyrie wants? No, but I think what's in the best interest of Dallas. I've heard a lot of people like, oh, they just got to let him walk. No, you got to sign him. He's still an asset on your team. You could sign him and then trade him later. Trade Luka. You have options here, and Dallas's best options is to keep their best players, and he is still one of their best players. So they've got to sign him.
Question 2.
DeAndre Hopkins skipped the first day of voluntary workouts in Arizona. Will D-Hop suit up for the Cardinals this season?
I don't think so. There's too much out there. It smells of Patriots. Keep hearing that connection over and over and over again. But I think he wants out of Arizona. I think Arizona's a fun place to play right now with the
too hot.
Yeah, and Kyler Murray and the coaching situation and God knows what. Plus, that ownership just never seems to know what they're doing. And Hopkins has probably 2 years left, at least maybe 1 year of being good. I think it's either money or ring chasing time for DeAndre.
Yeah, the Cardinals were kind of that team that, was getting in that mix of regular teams to worry about if you're the 49ers and Rams and Seahawks. But now it just between coaching change, Hopkins likely gone, Kyler Murray getting hurt at the end of last season. They're going through some things there. So I see him on a different team for sure.
And also, if you're the Cardinals, never say never, but you're not winning the division title this year.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So they need Danny Ainge to come in there to start making moves.
Yep.
Number 3.
Question 3.
Former King center DeMarcus Cousins is signed in the Puerto Rican Pro League. Has Boogie played his last NBA game?
It's a coin flip. I'm going to say no. He goes over there and plays. Someone's going to get desperate enough to give it a shot. Someone's going to. He's not young, but I think he's too young to not eventually get a shot. He's an NBA exile right now. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Some of that self-imposed. I don't know. I don't know what DeMarcus was like in the locker room in Denver or Golden State, but I do know they didn't ask him back. And maybe that's just bad luck on his part. And as we talked about yesterday, Sacramento was very much in need of a backup center all year. And Mike Brown, very familiar with DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Did not bring him in. If Mike Malone and Mike Brown aren't with Steve Kerr, they're not bringing him in, then maybe there's an issue there.
Yeah, I look at the teams that may have been I'll just throw it, Detroit,
sure.
Chicago, Dallas, all these teams like maybe, hey, what about DeMarcus? What do you think? I'm sure front offices have had that conversation.
Yes.
But I also think they had the exact same, somewhere down the line, they all went, well, look, Denver probably could use him. Lakers could use him.
Right.
Sacramento had him before. Warriors had him. Clippers had him. They're all going to the playoffs. None of them are calling him.
Meanwhile, Tristan Thompson's getting a contract with the Lakers.
I mean, watching him last night jump up and down as a cheer, which is fine. I don't blame Tristan Thompson. I'd say yes, too. But he had been an analyst on TV.
Right.
And now he's back in the NBA for less talent, certainly, than DeMarcus.
Yeah.
So I think it's as much of an impact that the teams that aren't interested in him are affecting the teams that might slightly be. So I think it's going to be really tough for him to get back in the league.
Yeah.
He's got the label. Right or wrong,
Right.
He's got the label, and it's tough to change that.
And you compound that whole conversation. You look at where was his last stint in Denver. Basketball-wise, last year, he was really good spelling Jokic off the bench.
Yeah.
Like, really good. And nobody wanted to even give him run in training camp.
And that was Michael Malone as his coach, who, by all accounts, has been his favorite coach and the guy he got along with the most in the NBA. From the text line asking when the Kings playoff schedule will be finalized. This is another
Never.
Weird...
Never. The answer is never.
How hard is it?
Well, I'd heard honestly from the that it was something hanging on the Lakers, and I'm like, okay, well they're in, they won, we know they're playing, let's go.
Yeah, like right now, because it's kind of ridiculous. We don't even know what game 2 is.
Hold on. Speaking with sources yesterday, they were hoping it was going to be yesterday, but clearly that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, here's what I have. And again, please don't take this as gospel, but this is what I have. Game 2, as it stands right now, game 2 will be Tuesday. Game 3 and 4 will be Thursday and Saturday at Chase Center. Monday back at Golden One Center. Wednesday on the road. And then Friday, if there's a game 7 at Golden One Center as well. That's right now.
Yeah, I always thought game 7s that they wanted on the weekend.
I completely, that's what I got. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. That was what I got from my guy. And we'll see what happens, obviously, with the Lakers and everything else there. What do we got?
All we know is game 1 is Saturday, 5:30, and that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Have you decided, are you like alone in your room, like not even the dogs?
Really? Not taking the kiddos?
Maybe not. Oh, no. Listen, I'm going to watch with the family.
No, I mean to the game.
No.
Come on, they've never been alive for the playoffs.
My kids have been to
You haven't been to a playoff game.
My kids have been to as many playoff games as I have.
That's what we're rolling with here. That's the angle we're taking.
Listen.
They don't get to go if I don't get to go.
And I don't want to go, so they don't get to go.
Yeah, I have no interest. I really do.
No interest.
Wow.
How can that possibly be?
Because I'm going to get a better viewing experience at my house. I am. I'm going to get a better viewing experience. I'm not going to have people around me. I'm not going to have that.
Wow, you hate the fans.
No, I hate myself and how I am during games like this. I'm not a pleasant person to be around when it comes to these games. I'm not. And I recognize that. I'm way too stressed out. I'm way too.
Everybody else there will be stressed out.
I understand that. I'm way too anxious. I could have gone on Saturday. I'm telling you, I'm not saying I won't go to a game, but this Saturday, the first one, I'm too much a ball of whatever. And plus I want to see the whole game. I want to see the replays. I want to see the stats. I want to hear what people are saying. I want the complete and total viewing experience. Now, some people would say, well, hold on, you're not getting the experience.
Okay, so let's just take the first 2 games. That's the only certainties we know that the Kings will have at home.
Yes.
We know you're not going to game 1, and they win or either side, but game 2 you go to, and the opposite thing happens. You are Mr. Jinxie Jinxerton.
Yeah. You're saying if I go to game 2, you're saying like what if they win game 1?
Whatever, it's the opposite. So whatever happens. So if it's like they lose game 1, but you go to game 2 and they win, are you going, I got to go to every game?
Yeah, probably.
Or vice versa. They won game 1. I went to game 2. They lost. I'm never going to another playoff game.
It's probably more likely I go to game 2 if they lose game 1, just because there may not
be their final game.
Could be their final game.
Could be.
That's probably the most likely thing. But also, and here's the other thing too. It's like if I go, that's just, and I do try to think about this. If I go, that's a seat somebody else could have.
Oh, stop!
But it's true.
It's not true.
Okay, if I go, nobody else could have that seat. Right?
Oh, if I go, I'm taking a seat. Shut up. Everyone has the same opportunity to buy tickets. Shut up. You just don't want to go because you don't want to be there in case the Kings lose and Warriors fans are loud. It's fine. I get it.
You know,
to me, my blood would be boiling at that point.
One of these days, you and I, friend, are going to go out and have a round. Okay. If I go, that means I'm going to use a friend's ticket. I know most of the friends that would be offering me the ticket.
We started GoFundMe to buy you one.
I know that they want to go more than me. So yes, it does enter the equation. If I kind of half-ass want to go, and I know somebody else who also has never been to a playoff game, it would be like thrill of their lifetime.
So really, you're just not full ass into this. You're just half ass into this.
I'm 100% into this.
What?
But I mean, listen, man.
You want to go for me?
I'm a manic, weird bastard. You know what I'm saying? I am. But there are a lot of things that factor into it. Game 1, me, the family, dogs. A snack.
One person's coming out alive.
Exactly.
But also, and again, I understand this. You could not stand to hear those Warriors fans if the Kings lose.
I can agree with that.
That would be like the ultimate torture, wouldn't it?
Like
the ultimate. Like there's no more torture worse than that.
I'm not Mr. Guy. That's the last physical altercation I got into was Kings Lakers 2002 at Palm Street. It was a huge brawl outside. I'm not proud of it, but these guys in their Kobe jerseys and talking trash, and I lose it.
That's my point.
I can't do it, and I'm too old and fat now, and I'll end up getting killed. I can't do it. If I was,
they said the same thing about George Foreman.
I was at the Warriors game and some dumbass Curry fan and his schmedium came up behind me while I'm walking out, was chanting or doing. Am I going to elbow that guy in the mouth? Yes. I don't know. I hope not. That's why I'm going to be at home.
I hope not. Okay, thank you. Good talk.
Break. I'm getting upset thinking about it when we come back. Vivek, for some reason, sat down with Mark Spears because that's exactly what we needed. We'll talk about that next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
When I want to stretch out after a long day, my sofa needs to be comfortable, but it also needs to look attractive and inviting when guests come to visit. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. We spend so much time on our living room sofas that we forget they're a focal point and a hint to our decorating tastes. Right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings sofa sale, you can save on every sofa, including gallery-exclusive custom-ordered FlexSteel furniture. Whether you're interested in a new sofa, sectional, or recliner, you can choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics. Nobody has more styles and choices than Naturewood Home Furnishings. And when it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop Naturewood for the look you love at a price you'll love even more. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable sofa sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. And that's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Folsom Lake Ford has trucks. The F-150s are here. Explorers, Expeditions, and a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. They're in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters right here in Sacramento for your favorite Ford models at good, fair prices. Short on cash? Buy any new Ford with zero down. Save big with low interest finance rates. Plus, Folsom Lake Ford is paying top dollar for all trades. We want your vehicle regardless of mileage or condition. This could be the best time to buy a new Ford. Check out the huge inventory online at FolsomLakeFord.com or stop by the dealership and see the most recent arrivals. Looking for something special? Give them a call and tell them Doug Christie sent you. Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, your trusted dealer, my trusted dealer for over 30 years. FolsomLakeFord.com.
Zero down with approved credit.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Coming up on today's show, Sacramento Kings Keller analyst Kayte Christensen joins us at 8 a.m., followed by former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you missed either of those 2 interviews this morning, you can check them out at SactownSports.com later in the day. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, welcome back. Kayte at 8 o'clock. That's a half hour from now. It's Analyst Wednesday. We'll talk to Kenny Thomas at 9. NBA play-in night number 2 tonight. Bulls, Raptors, Thunder, Pelicans. We'll get to that next. Mark Spears is one of the few prominent journalists that has been on board since before the season started. I don't think Mark thought this team was going to be a 3 seed. I think he'd be the first to tell you that, but he is on record saying this team's going to make the playoffs.
Right.
And he stayed with that. Mark's not a big, prognosticating, loudmouth type of dude. He's one of those, quietly big stick type of dudes. And he backed it up with knowledge, that it wasn't just like, I think they're going to, make the playoffs. It was, here's why. And went into Fox and Sabonis and Mike Brown and adding the shooting around. It was a very, very logical take and turns out to be a very prescient take. So, Mark's a wonderful writer, and Anscape is a wonderful. There's a lot of good stuff there. They sat down with Vivek in the owner's lounge a few days ago and really just talked to him about the whole thing, the buying the team, the Sabonis trade, and his relationship with De'Aaron. When he knew Mike Brown was the guy, it was really a wide-ranging interview. And listen, Vivek's taken a lot of crap over the years, and most of it deserved, in my opinion. But you got to be fair, in the bad times, it's deserved. But in the good times, you got to tip your cap, and Vivek certainly deserves his flowers right now.
Yeah, there were some interesting quotes, I think, attached to Vivek in there that, when you read something, you don't know the entirety of the content. I mean, how is it presented? How was it said? But I thought he chose some interesting. The one that jumped out to me when I was reading it was something along the lines, Dave, of when Mark asked him about the perception or kind of the Sabonis. It was in on the Sabonis trade, I think, and even the hiring of Mike Brown. It was a lot of people assumed or put blame towards Vivek that he was doing stuff like he was really involved, and he said, "Well, I really wasn't."
Yeah.
So then I got involved, and if people are basically going to blame me, then I'm going to get involved. But then is it like, are you looking at it in that perspective, or is it, no, I'm involved now because we're doing really well. Like, look what I did. Like that's where it's hard to parse out the difference between what's going on there.
Listen,
And it's okay. Things are good right now.
Right,
with this
they
team.
are. And the last thing I want to do, especially on playoff week, is, crap on the owner. I like Vivek. You like Vivek.
Yeah.
He's a friend of the show. We have him on. I'm hoping to have him on again soon here.
Absolutely.
But if I'm his PR guy, I'm zipping up. I'm putting my hand over it. Here's what Vivek does. He bought the team, helped save the team, was the driving force behind saving the team, wrote the big check. He built the arena. He he's been off the court a wonderful owner. The franchise does a lot of great things. Now we're here. The only thing you can do by doing these things, by doing these interviews, is give us stuff like, quote, I decided I was really going to get involved in everything because people were saying I was involved, but I wasn't actually involved. And so I got involved in the coaching search in that process, and I just really got close to everybody. Yet back when that was happening, I know I personally was, I'm guessing you were, anyone, we were told Vivek was nowhere near the decision process. That at most, remember it was a third-party search. That at most it was, hey, want to bounce something off of you type of thing. We were repeatedly, pound on the table, we were repeatedly told over and over and over again from people that don't lie. Dude, he's leaving it up to these guys. He's been through, between Pete and Vlade. So, and I don't think they're wrong. I don't buy what Vivek's saying right here.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I don't buy it. I think that's hindsight and a bit of hindsight fog there, because here's the thing. If he was, what does that mean? Number one, that means everybody was lying, which, okay. I'm not naive, but these are people that don't lie over the years. You learn to talk to people, and the ones that are going to, say one thing, do the other, and the ones that just don't lie, and you trust them. You build that up over time. And these were not lying people that have, that at times behind the scenes had said bad things about him. Secondly, what kind of hubris does it take then if you absolutely screwed the pooch with Pete D'Alessandro, then invited the pooch back for dinner and screwed it again with Vlade Divac? Now you're going to be incredibly involved with Monty McNair?
Right. Well, I actually look at it this way. I think I don't know how this was interpreted, but either way, I think it's a win-win. Here's why. If he truly was involved in this case, if he made the choice, let's say on Monty, on Mike Brown, if he did all of that, kudos. If he did none of it, kudos. I think that's part of the charm of an owner. If you can appreciate who you've hired, let them do their job as long as they're doing it well. And you know what happens if you're having success? I'll give Vivek flowers, and Monty, and Coach Brown, and De'Aaron, and Sabonis, and everybody can share in this. And it doesn't have to be, hey, it was my idea.
Right.
Look at me. Right. It can be everybody. I mean, there's a lot of love to be shared here. So if he was fully involved, okay, I don't generally love that idea. But if he also stood pat and watched and let others do their job, I think that's fantastic.
There's just no win in having these conversations. And well, wait, when the team was crappy, I wasn't involved. Now the team's good, and I wasn't. Dude, just listen. Get the flowers that you richly deserve. Sit courtside like you do every game. People noticed he was gone for a few. He was very sick. If he's not very sick, or there's some crazy conference in Davos or whatever, he's at every single game, and he was there through all the crappy years. I'm a big Vivek defender, and it's part of why I'm saying, look, it's playoff week. Just, don't throw any chum in the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just give all the credit to the people around you. You're going to get the credit, and he deserves a lot of the credit. And, that's something. There's no time for this crap right now, man. It's playoff week. We all got to focus. We'll take a break. When we come back, playing night number 2, Bulls, Raptors, Thunders, Pelicans. We'll get to that next.
The regular season is over. Now the real test begins.
Kings will have the number 3 seed. They'll have the home court advantage.
Sactown Sports is your home for all things Kings as they enter into a first-round matchup with the Warriors.
Fox steps into 3. He stops a triple, and the Kings have regained the lead. But against the explosive Warriors, you can't hold your breath.
Stay tuned to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the most comprehensive Sacramento Kings playoff coverage.
O'Reilly.
Is your Moore's battery weak or dead after winter storage? Get your Moore ready for spring lawn maintenance at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, purchase any Superstart lawn and garden battery and get a $10 gift card after rebate. Choose Superstart batteries for power, performance, and reliability exclusively at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Let's cheers to the champions. Join us for the 50th anniversary of the 1973 World Series Championship team with a pregame ceremony on Sunday, April 16th. Celebrate Gene Tennis, Vita Blue, Raleigh Fingers, and many more A's legends.
The next pitch deep to right field. It is going. It is gone. Goodbye. Two-run home run by Reggie Jackson.
Tickets are available at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
At Game Time Sports Bar and Grill in Oroville, we know that you want to experience all the biggest games and fights of the season in larger-than-life detail on our 22-foot screen.
Bigger is better.
We have a fresh, tasty menu, and don't forget about our self-serve tap wall. Get in on the best action at Game Time Sports Bar and Grill. Bigger screens, tastier food and drinks, and the liveliest gaming experience around. Only at
Gold Country Casino Resort.
At Astor Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
The Kings are in the playoffs, and Sactown Sports and Quick Quack Car Wash want to send you to a game. Head to the Sactown Sports website and register to win a pair of tickets to Game 2 of the first round at Golden One Center. All courtesy of Quick Quack, proud partner of the Sacramento Kings with over 30 locations in the Sacramento area. At Quick Quack, wash your car all you want with an unlimited membership and enjoy the fast service that will have your car clean, shined, and dried in under 3 minutes.
Golfers, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is redefining the word sale. With $500,000 in Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio closeout inventory, you're sure to find your next nearly new showroom clubs at discounts up to 75%. From full sets of irons to metal woods to wedges, visit the Hagen Oaks Garage Sale and find discounts up to 75% on selected clubs right now at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway, or online at hagenoaks.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah. Your one-stop Honda shop.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
So Kayte Christensen will join us at 8, Kenny Thomas at 9. Looking forward to that. Analyst Wednesday. here on Sactown Sports.
Kayte on TV.
Oh, she's going to be on the TV?
Kayte on television.
Oh, I like that. YouTubers will love that.
And they don't really care, right?
Yeah.
They never react to that.
Nah.
I know we're going to do the play-in games. We're going to talk about that, but I thought this would be good for everyone to hear. You know Pat Riley.
I do.
Pat Riley wrote a book once called The Winner Within, a life plan for team players. And it's something that, if you haven't read the book, it's a wonderful book. He has in there what he calls the disease of more. 7 danger signals. Number 1, inexperience in dealing with sudden success. When success's spotlight shines on you for the first time, you bask in the glory rather than putting the attention on your teammates who helped make the success a reality. Number 2, chronic feelings of underappreciation. You do not feel you're getting enough credit or attention for the success. Number 3, paranoia over being cheated out of one's rightful share. Success has financial rewards. Rather than celebrating team accomplishment, you focus on who is getting what share of the pie. There's 4 more, obviously. And I just want to drive the point home that we talked about Warrior fans earlier and how if anybody should understand where Kings fans are right now, it's Warrior fans.
Mm-hmm.
Because they went through a lot of crap, a lot of horrible years, the we believe years. And then they finally got success. And they built that success. And now they're probably towards the end of that success. Maybe not for a year or 2 or 3, but it's again, better days behind them than ahead of them. More, at least, better days. And now the Kings and the organization and the team and the fans, we're all on this precipice maybe of a place we've never been before, which is success and hopefully getting flowers and seeing good things finally happen. And I think Pat Riley's teachings are so valuable. And Pat's not the originator of any of this type of thought, but the more successful you are, the more humble you got to be. Mm-hmm. And that's everyone. The more, don't worry about it. I've talked about this before, covering MMA. The nicest, sweetest fighters in the sport, always champions. Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, Uriah, Randy Couture.
Mm-hmm.
The sweetest, most humble people. The ones that would like roll through and like wear the super tight affliction shirts and, you know, not there's anything wrong with tats, but you get what I'm saying. Like a whole, like, I'm an MMA fighter. Okay. Well, generally those guys kind of peaked mid because of the bark, not the bite. When you're doing well, people know you're doing well. Flowers are going to come. Just, you know, like the Bulls. Everybody was ready to jump all over the Bulls championship perspective. And their new GM, Arturas had them, made some great moves on the surface. One of the big ones, bringing Nikola Vucevic in, Lonzo Ball, obviously Zach LaVine. Now, this team, I don't know if the Bulls were as underachieving as you and I say they were, and they were, and how much of that had to do with the fact that maybe Lonzo Ball is really important.
Could be.
To that team.
It's a big factor.
A little more than maybe a lot of us thought, but they still managed to get in, and this is really kind of the underachievement bowl between the Bulls and the Raptors, because I don't think either of them are championship contenders, certainly not in the East, but 2 underachieving teams facing off for a playoff spot tonight.
Yeah, or to keep their hopes alive, because they're going to have to still play Miami after this. But it's weird that it's Toronto. Like that, the 9-10 game of Toronto-Chicago feels like in the East it should be like Orlando and Charlotte, or
right?
Not this, but here we go. We got 2 teams that have had a pretty good recipe for success here recently that are fighting to stay alive.
1-800-920-1140. Always here to take your phone calls. Good morning, AC.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I know why Dave's staying at home. The same reason that I'm staying at home. I'm going to my office, and there's going to be a cuss storm going on. No one around me would want to hear it in the room.
Hey, listen, man. It's honestly, I know it sounds crazy, and I admit it, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to go at some point. I know there's so many people out there that are going to super enjoy it. I just know I know game one, dude. I'm going to be an absolute basket case mess, and I hear you, man. It's not going to be suitable for young children to be around me unless they're my own children, and I don't swear in front of them weirdly enough. So hopefully, that'll be a fun test on Saturday.
Yeah, and my wife said that she wanted to watch the first playoff game with me. And I was thinking that wasn't a good idea because she's going to see me cussing up a storm also.
Are you yelling AC at the players, the refs, the other team, coaches? Or you just cussing in general?
Let me put it this way. I was listening to your show, and I was walking through my kitchen, and whenever there was a good thing said about the Kings versus the Warriors, I was giving a Dub Christie uppercut and yelling, F them up, F them up.
Right. Hey, listen, dude. Everybody.
I got one more thing.
Everybody watches in their own way. Go ahead.
Okay. So this is the perfect time for someone like Vivek to manipulate that ego. You got an A's team that has the worst record in Major League Baseball, and Vivek is basking in his success. What a great time for him, for the cricket owner, to buy a Major League Baseball team and bring it to Sacramento. It's perfect timing. They'll get a bargain price.
That feels mean-spirited. I don't know. I think Vivek would. Well, first off, he just bought the River Cats. Secondly, Joe Lacob's got an open offer. And thirdly, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted about Vivek. Vivek deserves credit and flowers. He truly does, especially for a guy who got his ass kicked for like the last 8, 9, 10 years. But here's another thing about him that needs to be pointed out. He's no different than 99% of every owner in sports. You take over a team, you've been incredibly successful in whatever field you've been in. That's why you could buy a team. You're surrounded by people that know you've been incredibly successful. And, oh, by the way, oftentimes are on the payroll.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're on it's a Malik Monk heat check moment where you're like, well, I'm going to do things differently. It's time for this NBA to figure out the real secrets.
Dare I say,
yes,
if Vivek say they're in this world, he somehow bought the A's, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that world exists. He is probably better than half the owners in MLB already.
Right now. And by the way, his failures in the past as an NBA owner will inform his successes as a Major League Baseball owner, if that were the case.
Also, he cares. That's the one thing, right? He cares. Yes. Again, half of MLB owners do not care.
That's 100, and that's the thing. The entire time, the worst possible things that were said about Vivek, the Stauskas, the 4-on-5, the jazz band, hiring family for front office, whatever rocks you wanted to throw at him, and we all threw at him over the years. Here's what was never the case. He never wasn't a fan. He never wasn't passionate about the team and the community.
Correct.
He 100% was obsessed with winning. That goes a long way for someone like me, and I know a lot of people that like you. Me, again, it's like a baby running through the hallway, slipping on water and bashing its head in the wall. Like the baby didn't want to do that. It's a baby, and when you've got owners,
get it together, baby.
Yeah, baby. You know, listen. Do you think babies just get up and start walking? No, they fall on their rumps a bunch of times, and then eventually they're running marathons and doing hurdles and stuff. That Mark Cuban.
Develop fast.
Probably a bad example with Mark Cuban, but Mark Cuban won a championship as the owner of the Mavericks. Mark Cuban, when he bought the Mavericks, was an unmitigated disaster. Jerry Buss had his issue. Name the owner. You think Red Auerbach didn't go through it? So, I don't want to go too heavy on one side or the other. Hey, JR, good morning.
Good morning, boys.
JR.
Hey.
Hey, down here in Elk Grove with these athletes sending LI letters of intent.
Ooh.
So it's pretty cool stuff to watch these young men and women go on to college with their scholarships.
Very exciting. I agree.
Very exciting.
Young world in front of them.
Yeah, and I'm taking full credit and basking in the glory, just like you recommended we do from reading the book.
Well
Just
done.
take all the glory they are.
Living vicariously through all these athletes that I don't know.
I mean, hey, listen, I hear you. And, there's a lot of work to be done. I'm here for it all. And I'll tell you what, if there's ever a title parade in this town, I will volunteer. I'll put Vivek on my shoulders. I'll walk the whole parade route.
I'd like to see that.
Walk half the parade route and I get tired. I don't know. What is it? What is the old things when you the king would be on top of the thing that everyone carried? Let's do that.
Okay. You'll be one of those guys carrying the chair, carrying the throne.
Carrying the throne. Everyone's mad on the chat. They're like, what's with flowers lately? What's with the flowers? I don't know. Isn't that what you say now? Give the guys flowers. You know what I'm saying? Also, Thunder Pelicans tonight. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's Kayte. She'll be on TV. She will analyze. We'll do that next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Clear, cool start. We're looking at plenty of sunshine this afternoon with temperatures only warming into the mid-60s for daytime highs and winds anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129. Bonnie.com.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
Growing a business brings pressure. It's not easy to maintain momentum and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. Their scalable HR solutions help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance while giving my employees competitive benefit options. When my people are able to thrive, my business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
folks, there's been some swings and misses, but he's at bat now, and here's the swing. This could be at least a triple, a home run.
Are you looking for a grand slam? Regain and optimize your performance. See what Pacific Men's Clinic can do to make your love life the best it can be. Pacific Men's Clinic's safe and pain-free, clinically proven procedure breaks up plaque and stimulates the growth of healthy new blood vessels. Call for your free consultation now at 916-545-7577. That's 916-545-7577.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
KHTK AM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Sacramento Kings.
It's Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Still to come on today's show, former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any interviews from any of our shows, you can always check those out at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Oh, look at that. For those of you on YouTube, you're welcome. For those of you not, head over to YouTube and you can see she's got the glasses on, which means she means business. She's got the umbrella behind her because she worked so hard on that backyard that was so jacked up when she bought the house. And I say that as a compliment. She was literally out there. I saw it with my own eyes, picking weeds by hand because that's what people do. The only Kayte Christensen. Good morning.
Good morning.
So is it lack of work ethic or just you don't care the reason why you're not calling the game on Saturday?
It's definitely a lack of work ethic.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm so lazy. I said, hey, I need
Kayte was very mad at this. Kayte was very mad.
I would be too. The first time the Kings are in national TV, it's the one area where Kayte, you guys weren't getting a chance. At least for game 1, you won't get the chance to call the game.
Yeah. Game 1 is going to be on ABC. Mark Jones is going to be calling it, I believe, with Doris.
Yep.
And so, I was like, Dave, should I be mad? Like 16 years and game 1 goes to national TV. I mean, listen, it was to be expected to a certain degree. I kind of thought that might be the case. And then when it happened, I was like, oh man, like, what do I do? Like, so I'm going to go as a fan.
So just, and I'm sorry to put you on the spot because I know there's a lot of stuff up in the air. I mean, hell, we don't even know when game 2 is now, but could you do your best to explain? Because truly a lot of fans are asking this. We want Mark, we want Kayte, we want Kyle, we want our coverage. So what will your duties be during during the playoffs, if at all?
Yeah, the series one, right? Like the first series we cover on our national or on our local broadcast. By the second round, it goes to all national, and when the Kings advance to the second round, then we will do the pre and post game show for every game. And I would move over and I would be in the studio with Kyle and Matt Barnes.
And just to follow up, so the first round there's local coverage, but there's not local coverage because it's on ABC. So does that mean
Yes, so ABC is the only station that has exclusivity rights.
Okay.
So ESPN, TNT, if that was the case, we'd have the local option.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
good. Okay.
Just through the first round, and hopefully that'll be a long round or a prosperous round for the Kings. This is the uncertainty, Kayte, and I think a lot of people, when they're breaking down this series, immediately go to the Warriors' experience versus the Kings' inexperience, and I can understand that to a degree. How much, in your opinion, will that be a factor for either team?
I think it will be a factor. Obviously, I think game one is going to be interesting just in the sense of excitement and nerves, right? But I think that, that might be the only advantage in that sense. I mean, then it's just a series and then you just go to work, right? But I think the great thing about this is the experience of the staff is going to be really critical. They've been there. They have great messaging to the team, the way that they prepare them. And I remember getting off the plane after the Denver game, and I was walking with Leandro to go get our baggage, and I was like, "So, what do you think of the matchup with the Warriors?" And he goes, "We have secrets."
And what were they?
Yeah, he didn't share. But that is one of the really positive things about this matchup is that, there's no other coaching staff or any team in the league that knows the Warriors better than Mike Brown and his staff. So I think that's a positive. Also, I think arrogance kind of can be a downfall, right?
Yeah.
And there is a significant amount of arrogance going around with one particular Warrior. I think we all know who that is.
Dante DiVincenzo.
But, when it comes down to it, like, I think the really big question for this series is, can anyone slow down the Kings? Will the Kings offense transfer over to the playoffs? Will defense become an issue where they're not getting the same kind of looks? And I go back to the conversation that I had with Chauncey Billups when we played Portland. And he basically said, it used to be that defense was, that's what's going to carry you through the playoffs. He goes, but offense was not the way that it was when I played. When I played, you could have a great defense and a mediocre offense and you were going to win the series. He goes, that's just not the case anymore. So I think it's going to be exciting to see kind of that kind of train of thought be put to the test. The Kings have a historic offense. So in my mind, you need a historic defense to be able to stop it. And to be honest, the Warriors do not have even a fraction of the type of defense that they had when they were, going on their streak and winning titles. Even last year, their defense does not match up to what they were last year.
Draymond Green, say what you want about him, but he is a master of mental warfare. He also has mental lapses himself. If you're Mike Brown and you have that intimate knowledge of Draymond, having coached him for years, what are you telling the team and what might your strategies be to deal with him? I say put Alex Len in and just have him kick him in the junk 4 times, but that's probably not going to happen. So
let's
what do you
keep it clean? Let's keep it clean. Well, it's not even just Mike Brown, right? Harrison Barnes played with him, won a title with the Warriors. A lot of the same people are there. Obviously, there's been some change and turnover. But I think the key really is about the mental toughness. Draymond's whole approach to the game, and especially against an inexperienced team like the Kings, I would imagine would be to elevate his trash talking, his kind of methodology to the 10th degree. So it's going to be about not letting that get in your head, keeping your cool, sticking to the game plan, and trying to put them in situations that you can expose them. They're going to do the same to the Kings. I actually think that there was a reason why we didn't see any of our starters play in that last game against the Warriors here at home at Golden One Center. But then when you go to Denver, yeah, they played. There was a reason for that. The last time the Kings played the Warriors when everyone was full tilt was back in November, I believe. We played them 3 times very early in the season. And let's face it, the Kings are a very different team than they were in November. They've added so much to their offense. There's so much to them now that the Warriors did not face. So there is something to say about, yeah, you can game plan for someone by watching footage, but there's a whole different, ability to scheme for them when you get to play them. So I like that the starters didn't play in that game. So both teams are going to have a major challenge, and I think it's going to be a really exciting series.
Kayte, I want to go back to that Friday night game because that was an interesting decision, I thought, by the Kings when Mike Brown said, yeah, it's on me. I'm not playing Fox. I'm not playing Sabonis, not playing Kevin Huerter. Then we heard later that they weren't going to play Monk. I agree with you. Part of that I feel is like, okay, you're going to get some more intel on the Warriors firsthand. You're not going to give them more intel, but part of it, was there any part of that going, wait, do the Kings want to play the Warriors? Did you take that from that decision at all?
I didn't take it. And when you look at even with 2 games left in the season, how many different possibilities there were. We were halfway through the game in Denver, and it was looking like the Kings were going to play New Orleans. And then how things panned out. I mean, you just don't have any control over that. I really do think it was because the possibility of playing the Warriors and them having to really fight for that game. You want to keep guys healthy, but you also, it's like, okay, the probability is probably going to be the Warriors. So let's reserve some of our, of our players in the sense of not allowing them to have that ability to game plan and to have the familiarity with them.
Kayte Christensen with us. Real talk, Kayte. So many experts have the Warriors winning. I get it. 8-2 going into the postseason. They're pretty healthy. They're getting Wiggins back. They're the defending champions, on and on and on. But nobody's talking about the Kings coming out and blowing the doors off of this team.
No, they're not going to, because that doesn't fit the narrative. And you've got the team that won the championship last year. You've got a dynasty in the Bay Area. You've got a few future Hall of Famers, like all of those things. That doesn't fit the national narrative. And I actually think that that's good for the Kings because, this team has proven this season that they can surpass expectations. And I think that going in with the underdog, technically, even though you're the 3 seed, that is a great position to be in. It's going to be what it is. Even if the Kings win the series and go into the next round, like, I don't think it's going to be until next year. And depending on how the success of this postseason goes, that they're going to, have kind of the flowers from the national media.
You got a plane? You got a plane coming to get you?
Yeah.
Is that the Warriors flying into town?
All right, Kayte, we got a break. What's on tap for you today? What's the rest of a day in the life of Kayte Lauren Christensen on a Wednesday, 3 days before game time?
Yeah, there's some things, but most importantly, I actually do have a massage tonight, so I'm very excited about that.
And I'm super excited about our chat room now. Thanks, Kayte. Appreciate that, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Kayte Christensen. Going to. You ever have a mud bath?
I have not.
I've not either. I got somebody brought up my wife brought up the idea of getting mud baths. But isn't there, honest question, maybe this is one of them urban lessons, isn't there some poop in mud baths? Like they found I thought I saw a study.
What kind of mud are you in?
No, I'm saying I thought I saw a study where they took samples and there was there was some stuff in there. A mud bath just does that.
It's not put in there. Is it from someone being in the mud bath that delivers that?
No,
or what?
I don't know. It was a huge amount. It just there were traces, which maybe you find in any dirt, so whatever. But why does a mud bath sound like? What does that do? What does a mud bath do? I can't hear you, Jay. There you go.
Is there some sort of health benefit to poop that we just don't know about from the skin standpoint?
Well, I know there's other things that are apparently really good for the skin, but I won't get into that right now. But when it comes to
moisturizer,
yeah. But when it comes to mud bath,
corn, how'd that get in there?
Jason, that's just gross.
The food you enjoy twice. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kenny Thomas. We just said Kayte. Kenny Thomas, 9.
Kayte Thomas at 9:30.
Kayte Thomas at 9:30. We got some audio for you. We'll play off of Katie's interview and talk about some of the points she brought up. Don't go away. 1 minute after this.
The last time the Kings won the Pacific Division, Weber and Peja were rocking Arco Arena.
Weber with a rebound. Kings break out. They've got 4-on-3. Right wing feed. Christie touch pass. Peja behind the back of Weber. Power jam with the right hand.
20 years later, Fox and Domas have turned Golden One Center into a madhouse.
Fox to Sabonis. Sabonis scores in the low post.
Congratulations to the Sacramento Kings for winning the Pacific Division title for the first time since 2003.
And the Sacramento Kings have just won a Pacific Division championship.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. You can go on YouTube right now, but I don't suggest it. Give the chat room a moment.
Got more weird.
Or real. I think she did it on purpose. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, give the chat room a thumbs up today, just because they need it.
Yeah.
we need those thumbs up. Let's go.
I think half the chat room's gonna have a thumbs up today.
Yeah, good point.
Wait,
that just clicked.
There you go. How you doing? Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. We always will take your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 916-339.
Given what we just said about the chat room, sure about that.
1140. It is playoff week. Hey, it's playoff week, guys.
Playoffs.
We're gonna have a playoff game here in 3 days. Wait, is there? I don't want to jinx it. Is there a chance? Have they clinched that playoff game? Is there a chance they could not do it?
They're playing.
Is there a chance we still miss the playoffs, Jason?
No chance.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Okay, then I will talk about it as if it's going to happen. Because
remember the bag? I still have it. It's in the
You
bag.
do.
It was in the bag, and it's there.
Did you get your predictions into our digital guys?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess we should go over those predictions on Friday.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. It's like, how do you even do that? You predict the Kings win, you jinxed them. You predict the Warriors win, then you're a homer. Jay, did you get your predictions in? No? Yeah, babe.
I think yes, till today.
I've been formulating one now for like 3 days. I haven't quite landed yet.
Friend just texted me saying that his wife has been in a mud bath and said it was gross. And they don't change out the mud, so you can just imagine what's in there.
Gosh. Imagine sharing mud with Chris
not-
Guerrero was in there before you.
That's not mud.
Dude, that is such a wonderful point. That has clinched it for me. I'm not
Cannonball!
I'm not doing it. And not to get too gross, but the body is not a complete seal.
No.
So I don't want to introduce any of that stuff into my world on the interior. Right? I don't want Chris Guerrero's mud leavings. In what world did somebody say, let's get a bunch of mud and heat it up? Yeah. It's heated, right?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I mean, I can't imagine them giving you fresh mud. How do you, where's all this mud? It's like, oh, Dave's done. Now here comes Jason. Now here's Jay. Let's clean it out.
Yeah, they go down to Muds R Us and
fresh patch.
Fresh mud. Hey, looking for some fresh mud on a Sunday morning. I mean, that's a different
type of
topic.
Sunday.
But yeah, it just you know what? That mud baths are a scam. What is the benefit even supposed to be?
Is it good for the skin?
Rejuvenates the skin and makes you
Exfoliant.
feel fresh after you come out.
Put me in one of them steam rooms, massage, put the cucumbers on the eyes. People still do
They
that.
reuse those.
Yeah, you put a little salt and pepper on them. You get to eat them afterwards. All right, so we got the Kings and Warriors this weekend. I'm a little extra. I want to apologize. Bad host. I'm a little extra goofball this week, which is saying something. Like I've noticed I'm very easily sidetracked. And I think it's almost I want to be sidetracked. Like we need to be doing, and this is what other shows are doing that are good shows. You're being dragged down, Jason, by me, and I apologize. They're doing like hardcore Kings preview analysis. And like we've got 3 more days to continue that, but I just start getting too nervous every time we start talking about the game. Like I start thinking about it. I start thinking about, oh my God, who's going to be running with stuff? And what are they going to do? Like, and then is Clay going to be on Kevin Huerter? Probably. And then so does that mean it's going to fall on Harrison? And then it's going to be what, Harrison and Wiggins maybe? And
why don't you worry the other way? Like how are they going to stop Fox? How are they going to control Sabonis? You're always going to the negative side.
Well, according to Monty Poole, Sabonis and Kevon Looney wash out.
Okay. That's according to him.
Is this going to be the first Kevon versus Kevon battle in the playoffs? Because you got Kayvon, Huerter, Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
I don't know. And their bench is better than our bench? What is that? Is their bench better than our bench?
I think that's to be determined, right?
You know what, Jason? I hope we sweep them.
Okay.
And I hope we win every game by 24 points. And I hope that in game 4 at Chase Center, I hope that who would be the most likely to do it? Maybe Malik. I hope they do the go to sleep thing.
Oh, wow.
I hope they do the go to sleep thing at Chase Center.
Make sure it's like in the bag when you do that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, which do you have to be more careful of? Doing the go to sleep too early or light the beam too early?
I think the go to sleep is a direct taunt to them. Light the beam is a celebration of the Kings.
What is Draymond going to do? Which one of our guys? If Draymond Green does one of those hard Draymond Green fouls on Keegan Murray, oh my God. I think the whole building will go crazy. Like, don't touch our Keegan Murray. Do it. Go after
anybody else.
Right? Anyone else.
Yeah.
Not Keegan. What if Keegan Murray just hard fouled Draymond Green in the third row? That'd be dope.
It would be. Remember when we were in Portland and Keegan Murray made, I don't know if it was this record-breaking 3, but there was a moment where he made a 3. And it wasn't throughout the entire arena, but there were enough Kings fans where you heard a Keegan. And it wasn't like the whole place. But you could hear it. We heard it through the radio broadcast.
Yeah.
Will that happen at Chase?
Will we get the Keegan Murray?
Will there be enough people to do that? To where it's audible.
I think there'd be there's 100% going to be enough people to where it's audible, but
they do it
right. They have to have like
it's not 4 people in one section with Keegan Murray. I mean, like enough where you hear a couple hundred.
They're going to have to organize because like there's not a set time after he makes the basket where you would say Keegan. Like it's just
we all follow Scott Moak,
right? So you're going to have some people that like you're going to need like at least 10 to 20 of them that go Keegan, and then once that happens, everyone Murray.
Yeah.
I was in Portland, and I was trying to start it took me like 3 times after he broke the record. And then he's coming back to the bench, and I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 times I was like Keegan, and there was like a kid behind me. I was like Murray, and then you do it, and then finally like the 3rd time we picked up on it, and then we kept doing the Keegan Murray call. I think at Chase, kind of the same thing where I want, and we've seen this on the road too, like. I want the Chase Center DJ to have to like drown out the light the beam chants. You notice that? Like they'll drown it out with like a
Kings will do it here too. Like when there was some Warriors
drown it out.
And then they blast the music.
I think it should be illegal for Warriors fans to do any sort of chant or anything in our arena.
Illegal.
Hey Vivek, listen, you want to make a lot more friends. make Warriors gear and chants illegal at Golden One Center and subject to immediate expulsion. Who votes no on that?
Not me.
What Kings fan votes no on that? Is that snowflakey of me? Yes. Do I care? No. I just want to see the damn... Solid point Jay made. Rare solid point from Jay Mars. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at game one. The Kings, 15 playoff series overall since they moved to Sacramento. We've got their record. It's nice, yet not. And we'll get more into that game one. We're coming back right after this.
It's Cattles and Rami.
Nemi was G League MVP runner-up. They run him out there.
I've seen as much of Nemi as I need to see this year.
Have you seen him since he held up that runner-up trophy?
I have not seen him since he played 4 minutes for the Kings when that same night Coach Brown came out in the pregame and said we're going to try to play Nemi.
I remember that.
We're going to give Nemi some run, which meant 4 minutes and then never seen
here.
again.
Might have found something here in Nemi. 4 minutes later, we did not find something here.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
The Mega Chevy Used Car Superstore has one of the largest selections in the area. Over 275 available vehicles, including a great selection of GM certified. And if you're selling, Meda Chevy is buying. See them all at MedaChevy.com. Find new roads.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Listen to Oakland A's baseball on the weekends all season long right here on Sactown Sports, beginning with the pregame show brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park, Northern California's biggest country music festival of the year, is back May 5th and 6th at Cal Expo, starring Lady A, Chris Young,
I should be halfway home, but all no.
Brett Eldridge,
I want to be that song.
and so many more. Plus, a Blue Scoot and Line Dance Saloon, interactive lounges, and Sacramento's best food trucks. Weekend passes start at just $85. Tickets are on sale now at SactownSports.com. Country in the Park, brought to you by Attic Man Heating and Air Conditioning, Bill Eats RV, and Naughty Wood Barbecue.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, The indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Still to come on today's show, former King and current analyst Kenny Thomas joins us at 9 a.m. from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. And if you miss any interviews from any of our shows, you can always check those out at SactownSports.com. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
You guys need to calm down in the chat. Just took a look. Also, yep, had a feeling that was going to happen. Thanks to Christopher Lodge for the gift he made from the last segment. Could have predicted that one, Jason.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
Listen, all hail the beam in any way you can. Game 1, Saturday. If you were watching at home, since we need to get to some analysis here, some actual hard-hitting analysis. Jay Mars, Jason Ross, if you were watching the game at home, what would be your go-to Game 1 playoffs snack food or food?
Because the game's at 5:30, I don't know. Are you having dinner during the game?
Is that what you did? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm at.
What's your app then?
Yeah, what's your app?
For me, it's probably some sort of chips and dip, guac, salsa. But I mean, that's you're going to be. It's for you. It's happening. I'm going to be at the game.
Yeah.
Jason's eating pregame cookies.
Yes, for sure.
Jay, I know you have a questionable intestinal constitution. Are you lactose intolerant?
No.
Okay. Because I feel sorry in situations like this for people that are lactose intolerant, like literally, because half the stuff I'm going to eat Saturday probably is lactosey. Like I'm going to have a like
half.
Well, like dips are sour cream based.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be some cream cheese somewhere in there.
Now, if it's like if it's heavily loaded with dairy, then I will have some stomach issues. But like I can eat a bowl of ice cream with no problem.
Okay. You know what? I'm glad we talked that through. You know what I think I'm going with as the main event Saturday night? I think I'm going with the pigs in a blanket.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, some no, I'm gonna wrap the little weenies in the croissant.
Yeah, I know what pigs in a blanket are.
Oh, okay. No, because you said Sean Thomas, right? Yeah, no. He's referring to the bacon wrapped hot dog in brown sugar.
That's not a pig in a blanket.
It's a lot of times when I go to, but you know,
I'm a pig in a comforter.
I'm gonna try to be a little healthier Saturday. That Sean Thomas one is very, very unhealthy. The Kings have played in 15 playoff series overall since they moved to Sacramento. They are 6-9 in game number 1.
Okay.
The Golden State Warriors have played 24 playoff series since 2015. Over that time in game 1s, the Warriors have gone 21-3. Okay, so
set a tone.
First bit of analysis. The Warriors have are better in game 1s historically.
Yeah.
I think that's inarguable.
Yeah.
But you know what? Doesn't matter.
This is a new game one.
It's a new game one. Yeah. Erase the memories. You know what? As we said yesterday, Phil Jackson didn't lose in the final, so he lost. Kobe, Shaq, they didn't lose until they lost. Like this stuff happens. It will happen. The Warriors will lose to a Western Conference team coached by Steve Kerr, almost certainly. Why not the Sacramento Kings? Are they the most underdoggy 3 seed in history?
Well, it's rare to be the 3 seed to be underdog for one, so probably up there. I don't know. I can't remember the history of time here of those setups, but we kind of knew it. No matter who the Kings got, we thought they might be considered the underdog.
I understand why they're the betting underdog. I just don't know if there's a more disrespected team in the postseason right now than the Kings. Like, they didn't accidentally win 48 games.
Right.
They didn't trip and fall and land on some W's. They had a lot of health luck. Yes, they did. But this is a deep team, and they are going to know all this stuff going into game one. I honestly think the biggest question, at least for me, about game one, other than X's and O's and stuff, mentally, are the Kings going to be able to shake whatever their issue is with crazy home games and be able to use that as fuel? Like, can the crowd make a difference in this game? Because I know they'll be pumped up. There's no question. It's going to be loud, crazy, boisterous. It's going to be an atmosphere like we've never seen, especially in that arena. But will that necessarily help the Kings on Saturday? I think it's a fair question.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's until we're there in the moment. I mean, I think we don't know the percentage of Warrior fans versus Kings fans. I think what happens generally, if I go to a regular season game at that building that has Celtic fans in it, Blazer fans in it, Laker fans, Warrior fans, they get loud.
Yeah.
But I feel like it triggers another level in the Kings fans. And you've already got a playoff game that hasn't happened in 17 years. I mean, I think there's just going to be incredible energy there. And here's one observation going back to when the Kings were in the playoffs back in the 2000s, early 2000s. What I remember of series, and let's say the series started in Sacramento games 1 and 2, and I remember this very well in the 0-2 Lakers series. Game 1 and game 2, super loud at Arco. 3 and 4 in LA were as loud as I remember it being. Yeah. And there was a lot of talk even on the broadcast. Well, LA, it's super loud here at Staples. Game 5 was like another level of how, like, the Kings fans heard that, like, oh, you think they're loud? There's kind of like we will be louder than you. And the Warrior fans right now have a reputation of being pretty loud.
Yes, they do.
Well, I think that's a thing, if this thing extends to 5, 6, 7 games, the back and forth, and there's almost like a pride, like, oh, yeah, cute. We're going to be louder.
Right.
That kind of thing from the Warriors and from the Kings.
It's a direct challenge, fan on fan, to be honest with you. If I'm Mike Brown and the rest of that coaching staff, and we're talking about the psychology of game one, because the X's and O's will work themselves out. There will be adjustments, this, that, whatever. But here's the thing. The Kings have a lot more film on the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs than the Warriors do on the Kings. That's number one. But I think the key to game one of the keys to game one for the Sacramento Kings is going to be the spirit of Nomar Garcia-Parra. If you remember when Nomar played, he had different habits that were very annoying to people. He'd step out of the box. He'd undo the Velcro on his batting gloves 3 times. He'd draw a line in the sand. Nomar would not have survived very well in this year's baseball with the pitch clock. But one thing that he was very good at was taking pitchers out of rhythm. And I think for the Kings, there are going to be moments in this series, without a doubt, when the Warriors are either up a couple or let's say they're down 15. Steph's going to hit a 3. And then he's going to hit another one from inside the logo. Then Clay's going to hit a 3. And that crowd, whether it's at Chase or whether it's Warriors fans at Golden One Center, they're going to go insane. Right. And if you've watched these Warriors teams throughout the years, they're all about rhythm and runs. They will easily go down 10, 15, hell, 20 points. And they can erase that lead in minutes because they're just capable of firing a Gatling gun of offense. If I'm Mike Brown and I'm the Kings, one of the things that I'm working on is When you start to sniff that out, that's where Mike Brown's timeout usage is going to help. That's where Mike Brown's challenging or not challenging is going to help. And that's also where I think strategic fouling is going to help as well. You have to keep if the Warriors get in that rhythm and you don't take them out of it, you're toast.
Yeah, I think the other way too they did during the season is whether it's timeout like you talked about, any kind of stoppage, or kind of their one-man run buster has been De'Aaron.
Yeah.
It's like they don't do a lot of ISO, but hey, De'Aaron, go get a bucket.
Yes.
Just go get it. They've scored 9 straight on 3 threes. Instead of using the timeout here, just need 2 points and go get one.
It's actually a really good point. Honestly, second behind De'Aaron, really going to help in those situations, hopefully, if he's right. Harrison Barnes, wonderful at just, I'm going to get to the basket and draw a foul, and I'm going to slow this thing down. All right, lots more on this. We'll take a break. Kenny Thomas is going to join us in 22 minutes. When we get back, it's Jay Mars starring in Who's Hot and Who's Not. Let's look at these ESPN experts and see what they say about the Kings and Warriors next.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Hand off McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feel super, baby! The 5-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season
on your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Hey there. Good morning. Jason Ross here to tell you about ACR Solar Home Services as well. Go to acrsolar.com to find out all the different things on that website that they can help you out with. For us, it was a brand new roof. Longtime homeowners, been in our house almost 20 years, and we were in a position last summer where we knew we needed to get a new roof. And so thankful that we did, because this winter that we had all that rain, we would have been in major trouble. We had some leaks in our garage a year ago, and it was time. We'd had a roof. When we bought the house, it was already an older roof, and we knew we were going to have to get to that point where we would need a new roof, and time goes fast. Here it was. There we were in that position to need a new roof, and when we talked to ACR Solar and Home Services, we didn't know that they had done roofing, but someone told us about that, and I'm glad they did, because it was a pairing and a partnership that was right for us, and I think it would be the right thing for you guys as well. Their communication was great. They were very straightforward. They told us all the things that were going to happen, and then the end result is the roof. It looks great. We have the peace of mind. We're safe, secure, and we've got a new roof to complement our house for years and years to come. So if you've got home services, roofing, solar, whatever it might be, check out acrsolar.com.
Get ready to feel the roar when playoff basketball comes to Sacramento.
The Sacramento Kings are going to the playoffs.
Your Pacific Division champion Kings have clinched the spot in the 2023 NBA playoffs. Head to kings.com/playoffs for the latest news on games, tickets, watch parties, and more. Don't miss your chance to experience the Kings in the playoffs and cheer on your Sacramento Kings. Visit kings.com/playoffs now.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I want to talk to you about my friends at Amy Ace Hardware and Amy's Outdoor Living. It's warm. The weather is finally here. It's time to get outdoors. And my friends at Amy Ace Hardware and Amy Outdoor Living are celebrating with a huge warehouse sale, 3 days only, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 to 5 p.m. The warehouse is at 11255 Pirates Way, Suite 200 in Gold River off Sunrise and 50. Slash prices on patio furniture, including top quality brands like Brown, Jordan, and others. Everything for your backyard, like umbrellas, cushions, fire pits, and lounge chairs. You're going to find huge discounts on slightly dented and demoed Weber and Traeger grills. Pick her up a Traeger like I have. Pick one up today. Even some pre-light Christmas trees. So, hey, bring your truck, load it up. 3-day warehouse sale at 11255 Pirates Way, Gold River off of Sunrise and 50. Follow the signs and tell them your buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Great team, great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in radio land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet arch supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet arch supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Oh, who's flaming today?
Oh!
Those Rays, the Tampa Bay ones. They have hit 29 home runs this season and have allowed only 20 runs total. This is the largest differential between home runs hit and runs allowed by any team after any day in MLB history.
I reiterate my thing about how I think the downside is the whole narrative of, you see, you don't have to spend money. But I will say this. I think if the Giants can't win it, and the A's certainly can't win it, I think I'd want the Rays to win the World Series more.
The A's can't win it. It's very early in the season.
You know what? I'm calling it today.
They're mathematically eliminated.
They've just eliminated from the playoffs yesterday.
Wow.
Maybe they'll get in the play-in.
Yeah, maybe. Who's not?
Free throw disparity.
Oh, God.
Last night in the second half / overtime of the Lakers T-Wolves games, here is the free throw disparity. LA shot 17. The Timber Pups, 3. Ugh.
Yeah, the Lakers got job. They should have had more.
You heard the fans. Ref, you suck.
Listen, though, we talked about this in the 6 a.m. Have to say, should it have been 17-3? No. Should Anthony Davis, you brought up a wonderful point, been reviewed for a flagrant because he was in Mike Conley's landing space? Not saying that it happened, but it certainly should have been reviewed. Yes. Am I doing the Mike Lamb thing where I ask myself a bunch of questions and
Dare I
answer them?
say?
Yes. But there should have been a second half free throw disparity last night, and the Lakers should have had more free throws than the Timberwolves because, again, the shot chart showed the Lakers were far more dominant on the inside. I want to say it was 54-32 or something points in the paint. I don't have a problem with a free throw disparity when one team is in the key a lot more than the other, but it shouldn't have been 17-3.
Yeah, in the second half like that in overtime. And, 17-3 sounds bad, but it was a 0.1 away from being 17-0. It was the final play of regulation that Conley got fouled shooting the 3.
In an overtime game.
Yeah.
In an overtime game, which means one free throw.
So none in overtime.
None.
3 in the closing seconds of regulation. Yeah.
Well, and congratulations, by the way, to both teams. I will say this. Let me make sure I have my numbers right here. But in looking at the free throws yesterday, the Timberwolves had 15. The Lakers had 24. So that means 39 free throws were shot. 36 were made. The teams combined to go 36 from 39 from the line.
Yeah.
So that's converting.
Everyone tried hard and did their best, clearly.
Yeah. You know what? You're
Good for
exactly
them.
right.
And,
Good for them.
And no matter how good of a free throw shooter you are, like Conley is, I didn't know he was going to make all 3. That first one, boy, he got the bounce. And then his next 2 were fine. But that's pressure.
And to be able to make those and that, you're talking about a 80-something% lifetime free throw shooter, veteran. You're still making 3 in the row, like you said, on the road. I like Mike Conley. I've always liked Mike Conley. ESPN, 16 experts, and they've picked the Kings and Warriors. Jerry Bembry and Bobby Marks you know what? You're invited to the house for dinner because they're the only two that picked the Kings over the Warriors. Bobby in 6, Jerry has them in 7.
Okay.
Good. You know, the only thing that disappoints me about that, it wasn't 16-0. I'm here for the whole thing, dude. All the disrespect. I mean, listen, their job is to predict.
Right.
So maybe it's not necessarily disrespect. But there's one thing that keeps coming up over and over again. It's David Goliath, David Goliath. Man, this is such a David Goliath. And what's funny about this, what makes it a little bit different is this isn't David Goliath like Boston versus Atlanta where you have like a clear 1 seed just kicking the heck out of some crap team. This is the 3 seed that's the David.
Yeah, and in this case, I mean, 10 of them had the Warriors in 6. 4 of them had them in 7. There's no sweeps. There's no, not even in 5. I mean, so there is some respect there for the Kings.
Sure.
But look, I get why more people are picking the Warriors.
I do too.
Yeah,
I get it. It's fine. You know why? It's because the Warriors hit the sweet spot, Jason.
Golden State Warriors. They get the 6th seed. We'll get the inexperienced Sacramento Kings starting this weekend. Don't have to travel. They can take a bus to those games. At the start of the week, Greeny, we saw the Clippers, Lakers, and Warriors all unsure where they were going to go. One team was going to get the Suns in the first round. Not ideal. One team was going to have to go into the play-in. Not ideal. One team was going to get the 6th seed. Get the Kings, who are formidable, but inexperienced and weaker defensively. That was the sweet spot. The Warriors hit it.
Agree or disagree?
I think that's what we said. And Mike Brown even said, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get why they're the mark, but he's also using that as motivation. He's told his team that, look, these are reportedly what people are saying and that they would like to play you. And the whole division is now in with the Lakers win last night. So officially you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seeds is the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And the Kings were the top of it.
The Kings were at the very top of that. And still, by the way, have the opportunity to hit the NBA Finals without ever leaving the conference.
It's possible.
It is, though not probable.
Yeah.
There would need to be a couple of upsets in there.
There would be. I mean, and now here's another thing. We go back to, you have to worry about the Kings advancing. But if you are looking ahead, if you are thinking, are you rooting for the Lakers in that sense just because the Kings would have home court advantage in the next round?
I am.
Yeah.
I am because, again, being greedy, how wonderful would it be for you to return to the playoffs and in the first 2 rounds, you knock off the Golden State dynasty with Steph, Clay, and Dre. And then in the next round, you knock off the hated Lakers.
That's about as good as it could get.
Like, for real. Like, and then at that point, people talk about house money, and I don't like talking about house money because now it's time to extend the move the goalposts. Yeah, if they beat the Warriors in the first round and the Lakers in the second round, of course I'm going to want to go to the finals and win of course. But that's house money.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens, you got to send the Warriors and the Lakers home in the same postseason, and your return when this is really supposed to be your, all right, you guys are young and inexperienced. This is the beginning of your run, so bow out like you're supposed to against the Warriors. If you drop the Warriors in LA in the first 2 rounds,
it would be tough to get better than that. It would remind me a little bit of when the Red Sox became the first team to come back from 3-0, and they rallied and beat the Yankees 4 straight. They went on to win the World Series, but I bet for Red Sox fans, that reverse sweep, that 4-0 to come back on the Yankees had to be better, almost better than getting that first World Series.
Well, I was going to say, was that their first in, how many years? Wow, that's right. It was.
But I mean, to beat your rivals. Yeah. When you're down 3-0, it's like, oh, this is over.
Right.
And then you win game 4 and 5 and 6 and then 7. I mean, that's awesome.
Especially when the Yankee fans are probably like, well, they're not our rivals.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything.
Right.
And there's a great opportunity here for the Kings to build these rivalries with other teams. And, oh, by the way, as we're talking about Kings Warriors and the Lakers, and we're talking about Memphis and the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant and all that. Meanwhile, oh, hi, I'm Denver.
Yeah.
I'm the 1 seed.
Right.
I have the 2-time reigning MVP, and no one's talking about. Like, is Denver being more disrespected, weirdly enough, than the Kings?
I think they might be, because people at least are giving the Kings, like, this might be the most fun series to watch in round 1. Like, people aren't even talking about Denver.
I think people think, honest to God, I'll bet you if you took a poll of every media member outside of the markets, it would be in some order. It would be Warriors, Suns, Lakers, then Denver. It's like, dang, bro, they're the 1 seed. Like they got there. And if that's truly the case, and we end up at the end of this, and it is the Warriors and the Lakers, then you also have to start asking yourself, is that narrative that the regular season doesn't matter? Is that actually a true narrative that as long as you get in the playoffs, it doesn't really matter? So then what's the point?
Right.
So then load manage. And that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we'll have to do something where the lower seed has to win an extra game or something. I don't know. I mean, they've already got the home field advantage thing, home court advantage thing. I don't know. Here's Jeff Van Gundy on the Kings being the dogs.
Well, I don't know if they're the Giant, but I think they're the if whole. I think it's the worst matchup for the Kings in the first round because of Curry's greatness. And if Wiggins makes it back, then they could be better defensively on the road than they've been. But Sacramento is a lethal offensive team. Sabonis, who was highly criticized in that trade for Halliburton, has been like a Jokic light, and then Fox has been phenomenal, and they surround them with good shooting. But can their defense hold up?
From the text line as we break, hey, on KNBR in the Bay Area, they're talking about who the Warriors want to play after the Kings series. You know what? Send me all of this. Because I'm going to be on KNBR at 10:50 tomorrow with our friend Greg Papa, who's going to join us at 8 a.m. Friday. And I want to challenge them on the. Are you already looking at who your second round opponent will be? Are you really that confident? They'll probably be like, "Yeah, stupid, go away."
Sure, that's what they'll tell you.
We're the sports leader. What are you? You're changing the landscape. We got the trophies, baby. Well, you know what? Keep polishing those trophies. Pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered, right? Yeah, they're getting a little hoggy down there. We'll take a break. When we come back, K9, Kenny Thomas, he's going to join us like he does every week to break down the Kings and Warriors. We'll do that next on Sactown Sports.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third, your score is Tony Count. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
For your everyday vehicle. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP oil filter for only $26.99. Do the complete job for the right price. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we tailor our clients' portfolios to their goals and needs.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We're a fiduciary, the highest standard of care for a financial advisor. It means we're obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we have one transparent management fee structured, so we do better when our clients do better.
Sounds like you really look out for your clients.
We do, because our priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly, different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave telling you something you already know, which is your time is important. That's why at American Energy Heat and Air, they make shopping for a new furnace or air conditioner easier with their new online quoting tool. All you got to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote now, today. Do it right now. It'll help you determine what system you'll need to get and provide the best pricing options, all from the comforts of your home. You don't have to have somebody come out and walk around your house and blah, blah, blah. Just do the quoting tool. It's so easy. AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. I absolutely love these folks. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The clock is ticking. Get off the bench and head down to Fasteners Tool Outlet, where you'll find the lowest prices on Milwaukee power tools and much more. Why pay more at a big box store? Get a triple-double at Fasteners Tool Outlet with weekly and monthly specials, including up to 50% off select hand tools, batteries, power tools, and fasteners. Whether you're looking for a new pack-out box, woodworking equipment, or a Milwaukee impact driver, Fasteners Tool Outlet has the tools you need to do the job. Make a slam dunk with Fasteners Tool Outlet, 6701 Power Inn Road, or on the web at fastenersinc.net. Warehouse Paint is where the local pros go for all of their paint project needs. Enjoy same-day turnarounds, same-day color matching, color consultation services, and free job site deliveries. With a large in-stock selection of PPG and Benjamin Moore paints and stains, and an expert sales team that is here to help, Warehouse Paint has exactly what you need to complete your next project. Visit warehousepaint.com to find a store near you. That's warehousepaint.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Your home for the biggest matchups in the NFL. Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Watch party this Saturday, 5 o'clock at my house. But only Gus is invited. Gus the bus.
Small party.
Maybe Nacho. I'd invite Kenny, but Kenny's going to be busy.
How do you know? You haven't asked him yet.
Well, I'm sure he's got stuff going on. You know, he's.
Ask me, bro.
Yeah, ask him.
Hey, you got stuff going on Saturday, right?
Oh yeah. First, yeah. I got yeah. I'm busy, bro.
Yeah.
Because Dave was going to have you over to the house to watch the game.
Yeah.
I'm busy, bro.
Oh, that's a no. Wow.
Oh, wow.
You got shut down by Kenny.
Yeah. I didn't even say no. I said that. Yeah, bro. That's not an option.
Well, I guess I'm going to eat the entire brisket by myself, Kenny. Kenny? Does Kenny not like brisket? Oh, did Kenny freeze?
No, I think he's.
Can you hear Kenny?
No.
Yeah, I'm still here.
There you go. Hi, Kenny. How are you doing?
Hey.
Sorry. So
see, you said sorry, everybody. That was not my fault.
All I'm saying is, I'm nervous about Saturday. How do you handle this? You're an athlete. You played. You know the drill. It take us inside the heads of the Sacramento Kings. Are they freaking out? Do they just want to say they just want to get there? Kenny's connection. there's something going on because now he couldn't
Yeah,
hear
I'm on
us.
Wi-Fi.
There
See,
you
the problem is, man, we rely on technology too much.
we do.
And I'm just sitting here in the same spot. You notice I still look the same way. Cute, right, Dave? You know what I'm saying? So you could tell I have not moved.
Were you able to hear me ask you what are the players going nuts right now? Do they just want to play? What are they doing this week?
I have no clue, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things, right? They played Sunday, and why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because that was hard-hitting analysis by you. What are they doing? I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I appreciate the help. What would you be doing, though?
No,
in your
put it
mind?
like this. Put it like this. Yesterday, obviously, they had the day off, right? They played Sunday. So those first couple of days, it's kind of like, okay, well, let's give some guys some time to like heal and rest a little bit, right? I feel like today is one of those days to where they're going to start easing back into it. Obviously, they need to get up and down. That's probably going to happen like now or tomorrow, probably. But then as they get closer to Saturday, it's going to be less contact, possibly. That's
Kenny,
what I would do.
Yeah, as Kenny Thomas joins us, Kenny, a lot of people make or say the phrasing, well, the playoffs are different. That's just a blanket statement people will say. How different is it? How different should the Kings who aren't that experienced at it expect?
What's happening right now? Hope that wasn't.
This is so unprofessional of us. Kenny Thomas's Wi-Fi brought to you by Kyle Anderson. And he's going to pop back in here in about 3 seconds.
Oh, geez.
There he is.
I think instead of K night, it's 56K. Dial up.
56K.
I really see. I really don't understand what's happening right now. I'm usually in the same spot in my house, man.
Kenny, you made $250 million in your career. Why don't you go for the high speed, bro? Go ahead.
250 million?
I mean, I'm rounding up. I don't know.
Bro, that's a serious roundup. That's a couple $100 million more. Are you insane? I still would be in the same house if I made all of that money.
That's a good point.
Me?
Jason, what were you asking?
I don't understand what's going on, man.
I don't either. You got us though?
Yeah, you can hear us.
I got
right?
you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. So I was saying the playoffs are labeled as just being different. I mean, how different will it be for these quote unquote inexperienced Kings?
Man, it's gonna be very different. Obviously, I'm right there with Dave. I'm nervous. Obviously, it's because of the Warriors, but at the same time, they got a coach. The Kings got a coach in Mike Brown, to where he kind of knows the Warriors' tendencies, right? And obviously, he knows what they do from that perspective. And the playoffs, man, it's a totally different beast because it's way more physical. I was able to play in the playoffs in Philly, made it to the second round with Larry Brown, and then being able to play under Rick Adelman a couple of years and make the playoffs. And I was able to
What was Kenny able to do? Wait for it. 5, 4.
This is insane.
You said I was in the playoffs and I was able to blank.
I was in the playoffs under Rick Adelman and all that, right? So I was able to like get a sense of like how things were and all that, right? And I think the Kings are going to be in a great spot, especially being able to play at home. But they are playing against the Warriors, and the Warriors have a squad to where they know how to win.
Kenny Thomas with us most of the time. If you are,
I don't understand this. You guys are not going to have me on anymore.
No, we're going to have you on. We're just going to try. We're going to get Geek Squad with Best Buy to sponsor the segment so we can get you a better connection. That's
awesome. Fine. Hey, I hope they're hearing this.
So, how much of Mike Brown and friends, and by friends I mean his staff, how much of their role in this series to you is going to be X's and O's, and how much is it's going to be a psychologist and getting these guys in the proper mental frame of mind and not get blinded by the 4 rings and the Steph and Clay stuff?
Yeah, I think it's going to be huge because you got to keep in mind you got Del Christie over there that actually knows how it goes in the playoffs because he was on that Kings team back in the day, especially against the Lakers and those years that they were really good. And he's a guy that can help as well. I think he has the guy's ears and everything. It's not just Mike Brown. I think they have a coaching staff that has a lot of experience and knows what's going on, especially from that perspective.
As you look at this, one thing that is brought up a lot, Kenny, so far is Andrew Wiggins and his return. That's an uncertain aspect of this series. What do you expect to see from Andrew Wiggins in this series? After you join us in a second.
Did you ask him what do you expect to see from Andrew Wiggins in this series?
Yeah, what do you expect to hear see from Andrew Wiggins, Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny.
Man, Andrew Wiggins, I'm moving to another part of my house.
He's mobile.
Andrew Wiggins is a guy that obviously has been going through some things personally, right? And being out for over a month like he has been is hard. You got to come back and see where you're at in the situation, how things are going to flow. I think he's a guy that can step in and play a nice role, especially because there's no pressures because he has Steph and Clay, and those guys have been playing pretty good ball. On Sunday, man, the Warriors put up 55 points in the first quarter. It seems like they're trying to make a statement, even though they played against Portland scrubs or whatever, but those guys are in the NBA. It's not easy. The Warriors still got to make those shots.
So if you were playing in this series, odds are you would be checking or Draymond Green would be checking you or both. And he's a master of mental warfare, emotion. But if he has a weak spot, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's that, well, other than his jumper, it's that he can be got mentally as well. Like, you know, so if Dre's checking you or vice versa, what are you trying to do on the mental side with him? Or more importantly, how are you defending his mental games against you?
See, so my thing is, with a guy like Draymond, I would get up in him. Obviously, he's a guy that likes the physicality. I do as well. I don't got a problem with that. But the thing about it is, we kind of play the same kind of role as far as like being in the offense and how this team is playing. You notice Draymond isn't a guy that's been scoring a lot of points lately because he doesn't have to. But the fact that he draws attention in different areas to where it takes a lot of pressure off of Steph and Clay. And you got to also think you got Jordan Poole over there. That's a guy that he's playing pretty good ball right now. And as we know, Clay is a guy that comes on kind of late. And this is the time when Clay kind of steps up to a certain extent. But it's like a hit or miss how he's going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see how Mike Brown comes out with the game plan as far as like containing the Warriors.
Kenny, something Dave and I have been talking about here is we're so excited for the Kings to be there, the team to be in this. But I think for De'Aaron Fox, I feel like he's just made for moments like this, and he hasn't been in the playoffs yet. I believe he's going to go off. What do you think De'Aaron's going to provide for the Kings in this series?
Yeah, Kenny, what do you think De'Aaron's going to provide for the Kings in this series?
Maybe it's my questions.
I don't get it.
No, it's okay.
Jason, is something you and Dave have been talking about? I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. He just wants to know what you think De'Aaron's going to do in the series.
I mean, I think De'Aaron Fox is a guy that's playing really well, right? Obviously, he's been clutch in the fourth quarter, but at the same time, De'Aaron Fox is a guy that needs to come out and start from the first quarter. And I think he's going to do that, and I think he's been doing it in a nice way. And he's been doing it in a way to where he's keeping his teammates involved.
All right, fair play. Last question. Fair play or
Thank God, last question. I got
right. By the way, it's a very nice background. I like your little tree fern thing and
thank you.
Nice decor, kind of a tan. Yeah. Anyways, the over the top, over the line, or fair play. Anytime Jordan Poole goes to the line to shoot free throws, there's like a little picture of like a fist hitting his chin. Is that over the line?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just asking, or is that fair play? Or can you not hear us at all? I think that's Kenny's way of saying that's over the top. Yeah, exactly.
I think it ended there.
I really like this tour of Kenny's house, though.
Yeah.
Very
Anytime
nice.
Jordan Poole goes to the line to shoot a free throw, Jesus Christ.
I hear you.
Lord.
We hear you. Anytime Jordan Poole goes to the line to shoot a free throw.
What about it?
Well, that's what I thought you were. Oh, I'm saying. Never mind.
You were saying that.
Yeah.
I was saying that. That's okay. Hey, listen.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Here's what we're gonna do. Later today, I'm gonna text you some links to Amazon for things. Now they may not get there till Friday. But,
that's cool. Let me know. Hey, I'm a Prime member. It's okay. I'll get it here quicker. You jerk.
The text line says they appreciate the fact that you're still using the same internet connection as when you last made the playoffs.
No, Xfinity's good, bro. I get it. Like Jason, reach over there, man, and knock him out. I got an Xfinity, man. Hey, I think my house is too big, bro. I need to get one of those extenders.
Yes.
There you go.
You need to get an extender, Kenny. We'll work on that. I'm sure Xfinity super appreciates the shout out. And we love you. You're a good, bad internet connection. You're welcome with us whenever, but your internet's not getting the hard hat this week, bro.
Man, I feel so bad because this is embarrassing.
Oh, it's great.
Are you kidding me?
It's
but
classic.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me on, and
Appreciate
I'm going
you.
to work on that extender.
Thank you so much. Work on your
Sorry
extender.
about that. Hey, fans, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? Apology accepted.
Yeah,
no reason
absolutely.
for that. We'll take it out of your check we give you every week, Kenny.
Oh, my God.
See you, buddy.
All right.
He truly does feel bad. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Maybe
it happens.
Maybe don't shout out the internet company, though. My goodness. All right, we'll take a break. Our thanks truly to Kenny Thomas for coming on. When we get back, let's talk about a little bit about what Kenny said, and then also just the mental aspect of this as well, because I really do think, Jason, the mental aspect is going to be not as important, obviously, as making baskets and blah blah blah, but there's going to be a lot of mental warfare going on, and
for sure.
Honestly, one of the knocks on the Kings this year is, they don't have the enforcers. They don't have the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Well, we're going to get a chance to, see how long the hair on the arms is of these. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Yeah, all right.
But we're going to see.
Well, you know what else we're going to see? We're going to see some pretty amazing deals from my friends up at Hoblet, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler. They always take care of you, and they've got big savings for Ram Truck Month, up to $11,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, plus financing as low as 1.9%. All I'm hearing about is financing in like the 10% range, and people marking up MSRP, not Hoblet. They're marking down big time, and they're giving you low financing. Now, that's thousands more in savings on the truck you've always wanted. And they've got over 400 new Ram trucks available to celebrate Ram Truck Month, so you can find your perfect truck. Now, if you want to save some bucks on the pump as well, got you covered. $14,000 in savings up to when you lease a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe for only $459 a month, 36 months, and $19.95 do it signing. That's easily one of the best plug-in hybrids you can get. Okay, and that's why Hoblet has so many great customer reviews. Check them out for yourself because they make you feel like family. Stop by for a test drive today or search, select, and save through their whole inventory at hobletdodge.com. Best prices, best selection, period. And yeah, in between in between Kenny's internet coming in and coming out, it is listen, these guys, there's a lot of mental warfare going on right now. And you know what? I'm not hearing anything from the Kings side.
No, I know today is their first public, their practice. They'll have some media post game or post practice, but yeah, they've been pretty quiet.
I don't know that this team is necessarily one that you can go after mentally. And that's not to say that there aren't, everybody has mental weaknesses from time to time and things you can exploit, but the Kings aren't trash talky. And I mean, I know I'm saying this with my purple glasses wrapped around my face like Oakley's, but they're a likable team.
Yeah. I mean, with the exception, I'm trying to think, Draymond is verbal, very verbal, but I don't know that the rest of the squad per se. I think they're reactionary. Like Memphis is going to talk.
Yeah.
And then the Warriors talk back.
Yes.
But I don't think the Kings are much of a talking team. So I don't know that as the series goes on, now you have little things and incidents, and there might be, hey, remember what you did to me in game 2?
Sure.
And so those things carry over. But I think going in, I don't know that the Warriors are that much of a talking team besides Draymond.
Will there be in your mind, or can you see a path to? Will there be a Chris Webber, John Stockton moment in this series?
There'll be something physical of some nature.
Somebody need to hip check stuff. And again, we don't.
Or a guy in a face, face to face. Like, there's no fighting. I hope not. We don't need that. No. But you want to know, what's the saying? Let them know you're there.
Right.
I don't think the Kings nor the Warriors will be pushovers in this.
Yeah. I don't
think
that's. I know the Warriors won't, and not to say the Kings will. It's just the Kings aren't tested in this environment. Yeah. We don't know how they'll react. De'Aaron's a dog. He's not an aggressive, talky, in your face.
Yeah, but he'll talk.
But he will talk, and he doesn't really get phased by if anything, it kind of pumps him up. He just kind of. I don't know that De'Aaron's a guy you want to talk to.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes is as unflappable as anyone in the league. You're not getting into Harrison Barnes' head. Sabonis can get emotional.
Yeah.
But usually it's at the refs. Keegan? Think about that. Honest to God, weirdly enough, the kind of starting lineup that might react the most positively or negatively to talking is Kevin Herter.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin's not afraid to, he doesn't go out and look for it, but he's no wallflower. It's just funny, like Harrison and Keegan. Do you see him talking any trash ever?
No.
Right. No. And then I just think De'Aaron just walks away and doesn't care. So I don't know.
Malik will talk.
Malik will talk enough for the whole team.
Yeah.
Terrence Davis will have no problems having a conversation. I think Chimezie Metu, I could see him getting out there and having a conversation or two. But that's the thing, is that I think Draymond is going to kick the tires on every Kings player. And there have been some phenomenal trash talkers over the years. With Draymond, though, it's not really – he's kind of got a different form of trash talk. Like Michael Jordan and Larry Bird would be like, I'm going to bury you.
Yeah.
You are not going to want to play anymore. You're going to want to go home and cry to your mother. Oh, there's another jumper. Well, Draymond's not that guy scoring-wise. So Draymond's more like, man, listen to all these Warrior fans here. This has got to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're at the free throw line and he's yelling, what did he do to Paul Pierce? They don't love you like that. You think you were getting a retirement, tour from like Kobe? You're not Kobe. You'll never be Kobe. They don't love you like that. Just the type of stuff that gets under your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of I can imagine Draymond Green right now and during this week, like calling every friend of a friend he knows of anybody on the Kings team and be like, hey man, like Keegan Murray flunked a math test in 8th grade. Okay, that's good information. Hey, Keegan, remember that math test you flunked? That just seems more of his MO.
Yeah. I think it would be entertaining to see Draymond try to get Keegan.
I agree.
And then Keegan either not even oblivious, just like he just doesn't partake in any of that.
I think that would be incredibly entertaining. I think I would pay a lot of money on pay-per-view just to see Keegan like throw one down and just get in Dre's chest.
Mm-hmm.
Just chest bump him, hip check him, walk away. Like I said, if there's any hard fouls on Keegan that are unnecessary from Draymond, that crowd's going to go crazy. But I think they actually might go crazier if like Keegan, even if he did like a tiny little baby flex. A little flex.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm ready, Jason. And we still got 2 more days of this crap.
Can't get here soon enough.
It can't get here soon enough. I think by Friday, around this time, we're going to be all right. So if the Warriors had to play in Birkenstocks and the Kings in regular shoes, what would you set the line at? We're going to get to that part of the analysis.
Yeah, it's the waiting is the hardest part, really. And it's just the not having games, not having any more material per se. And just all of it is anticipation, what we believe, what we think, what might happen. It's waiting is tough.
Do you think that's over the top if they have a photo, like they hold up like drawings of Dre punching?
I think
Gordon?
All things are in play.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know what Kings fans will bring in there.
You know what I really hate about that Steph Curry clip with his family is probably the thing that ticked me off the most was his little girl when she was laughing, that laugh at his joke.
Uh-huh.
But like also kids are off limits, so I can't drag his kid. They're off limits. Yeah. They're civilians. But he put him in the he put her in the
video.
The video. You know? Shouldn't have done that. I remember sweet Riley Curry at the podium, stealing the show, grabbing the microphones, doing her thing. She was so cute.
Kids wrote these jokes.
Now this.
Why is the Sacramento Kings arena so hot?
I don't know.
Because they ain't got no fans.
That was her laugh.
They enjoyed that.
Little kids are off limits. It's 100% fact. That was kind of a dumb laugh. There you go. I said
But you know what? Parents aren't, and we can criticize their parenting all day long.
Terrible. You know what? I heard Ayusha's cooking. His what? Not that great.
I heard opposite, actually.
Yeah, it's not that great at all. You heard the opposite as a kid.
Yeah. You know, Simone used to work for one of her restaurants.
What?
Yeah.
Is it actually good?
She says
I heard it was terrible. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight? Let's go streaking. And do I see 2 baseball games down here too? Oh, let's get into it. We'll do all that right after this.
It's Cattles and Rami.
He's using Irish Spring bars in 2023. They still sell them, so obviously enough people. I feel like between your Irish Spring and your CBS TV shows, you're a whole nother demographic, man. Wow.
And between you taking your shoes off to poop and using a loofah, you're also a different demographic.
I think most people are pooping shoeless, though.
No.
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
I am James, senior apparel designer, and this is Behind the Design with Hawks. Hawks is your classic workwear brand. It's designed for those guys that are on the job site. Just driven performance, just rugged and comfortable. Thinking of durability, everything is either double, triple stitched, bar tacked. It's build durable. It's going to perform. It's going to move with you. It's going to have everything that you need in a product. Hawks, only at Boot Barn.
There's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. And at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda, we are proud to provide our best selection to get you there. Buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own report.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder. We all know the pain of being stuck in the past. But with Roseville Electric, you can get current. Roseville Electric provides you with clean, reliable electric solutions for your home or business. Whether you're looking to go electric, reduce your carbon footprint, or simply save on your monthly energy bill, Roseville Electric has a solution for you. For more info, visit getcurrentroseville.com today.
Great team. Where's the defense? Defense! Okay, everyone take a break. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, asking, when is something too good to be true? When it probably is. And had I not experienced it for myself, this spectacular season would definitely qualify as too good to be true. So everyone out there in Radio Land, continue to enjoy. Something else that could seem too good to be true is Good Feet Arch Supports. But trust me, I've experienced firsthand the comfort, balance, and support possible with Good Feet Arch Supports. And so have countless others who have pretty much given up hope. It's time you felt good again. Take your feet to the Good Feet store for a free personalized arch support fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support missing in your life. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now Vacaville, online at goodfeet.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network. One intriguing player to watch this year would be A's rookie center fielder Esteury Ruiz. Now, he's gotten off to a good start. He reached base safely in 9 of the first 10 games, and he can really impact the game on the bases. In fact, Mark Kotze calls him the most exciting base stealer the A's have had since Ricky Henderson. Well, last year in the minor leagues, Ruiz stole 85 bases.
You can't host movie night on your phone's hotspot. It's time for real home internet on the Xfinity 10G network. The future starts now. New customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet for just $25 a month for 2 years during our Xfinity 10G network launch celebration, now through April 23rd. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. With your Sactown Sports headlines, I'm Jay Mars. The NBA play-in tournament started last night and saw the number 8 Hawks upset the number 7 Heat, 116-105. Atlanta will move on to play the Boston Celtics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Over in the West, the Lakers overcame a 15-point deficit against Minnesota, beating the T-Wolves 108-102 in overtime. The Lakers now have a date with the number 2 Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The play-in tournament continues tonight when the number 9 Raptors host the number 10 Bulls in the East, followed by the number 9 Pelicans hosting the number 10 Thunder in the West. The Oakland A's fell to an MLB worst 2-9 yesterday after losing in Baltimore 12-8. On the other side of the bay, the Giants blanked the Dodgers 5-0 using 6 pitchers, including starter Alex Wood, who went 4 2/3 inning, giving up just 1 hit. The Giants broke things open in the bottom of the 8th with back-to-back home runs started by David Villar.
He drives one high and deep into center field. Going back is Outman. Still going back. He's at the wall. Goodbye! Into the Dodger bullpen. A 2-run homer for David Villar.
Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Kids wrote these jokes. Why is the Sacramento Kings arena so hot?
I don't know.
Because they ain't got no fans.
Well, a lot of those fans that don't exist will be at Golden One Center, Badwagon, this Saturday. I'm ready. I'm 100% ready. You get the diet all hang out. Drinking water, maybe even a sports drink or 2 for Saturday. Just remember, everybody, get good sleep, hydrate, be there. The 6th man, and by the way, congratulations to the Kings. They finally did it. The 6th man statue is there.
It is?
Yeah, they brought it back. Oh, the 6.
Okay.
They cleaned the bird poop off
That's
of it?
what I feel like they rolled it through Quick Quack.
Oh, nice.
A couple times, maybe 10. But yes, I imagine the bird poop is off the 6th man statue, and
nice.
It is there. All right. Before we move on to what to watch, and let's go streaking. Quick question for both of you, and assuming you had the room. If the Sacramento Kings offered you the 6th man statue, would you take it and put it in your backyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I probably think it should be where it is, but if it was.
That's what I'm wondering. Are they going to keep it there?
Yeah.
Or put it in someone's backyard?
Put it next to the
rabbit?
The rabbit.
The
piglet.
Dang.
Not the rabbit, the piglet.
Or put it inside the arena in the walkway.
I got one of the letters once along with Don Geronimo from the Arco Arena sign, but my wife wouldn't let me bring it home.
Really?
Well, because
what'd you end up doing with it?
I just said thanks, but no thanks. very nice of you, but no.
Did Don keep his?
He took the C. True story. But ultimately, like years later, let's say I had the R. What's going on? I just have a big white neon R.
Yeah.
What am I doing with that? So R, do I put it in my driveway?
Backyard.
Next
to the gazebo.
Look, here's the R.
Yeah. Turn right.
Well, am I a pirate?
Go.
What? Bulls and Raptors tonight.
Yay.
Yeah. Give me, gentlemen.
DeMar DeRozan.
Let's earn our money today. Give me a reason to be excited about Bulls Raptors.
The winner will get swept by the Bucks.
Okay, that's Jason's.
Multiple All-Stars playing.
40-42 Bulls versus the 41-41 Raptors in Canada.
The battle of mediocrity.
Honestly, are we at this point, since we have nothing to root for, are we rooting for the Bulls simply because we hate Canada? Is that an angle?
I don't hate Canada.
Well,
though.
I'm just saying USA. I believe.
Dude, have you ever met Canadians? They're like the nicest people.
No, I know. They're like the most unhateable country ever. Remember when someone was like, dude, that Canadian is a real bag.
No. Like, Canada gave us Michael J. Fox. You can't hate Canada because of that.
Oh, I had that. That's right. I had that for you. Are you caught up on The Mandalorian?
No, I've never started, but I do know Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Yes.
You've seen the went from the DeLorean to Mandalorian. Yeah,
Man in the DeLorean.
pretty good.
And neither of you guys are Succession watchers, right?
No. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm a huge Succession watcher.
Are you caught up?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I listen to the podcasts and everything.
All right, okay. Yeah, I caught up last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thunder Pelicans.
Should be one team.
Should be one team. Thunder Pelicans, Thunder Nuggets. Thunder goes great with everything. Thunder Pelicans, 40-42 versus 42-40. Give me a reason to be excited for this game, which I weirdly am kind of excited for this game.
Oh, well, why are you weirdly kind of excited for this game?
I'm excited for this game because I really liked what the Pelicans have done, and this year it's not their fault that Zion was hurt. Imagine the Pelicans this year if Zion was healthy for the year. Like, I like the team. I like Herb Jones. I like Brandon Ingram. I begrudgingly like Jonas Valanciunas, except for when he almost killed Chimezie Metu. I like the way David Griffin put that team together. So I've always kind of had a soft spot for them. Plus, I love the city. Oklahoma City, I have a huge soft spot for because they are a tiny market, one of the few markets, I think 3 markets that are smaller than Sacramento. I think Sam Presti's a hell of a GM. They did not have Chet Holmgren this year. They'll have him back next year, and they're way ahead of schedule. Way ahead of schedule. I like Lou Dort. I like his story. Love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I absolutely love Josh Giddey. He might be my favorite non-King young player in this league. So I'm kind of rooting for the Thunder tonight. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it'd be an amazing story if they actually got in. I don't know that they would have much of a chance against Denver. I think New Orleans though could.
Yeah, if they're on.
Yeah.
New Orleans has a ton of talent.
When you say if they're on, does that count Zion or not?
No, I don't think Zion's playing. They're keeping it open. I don't know why when they're like he's nowhere even near game shape. Like, well, doesn't look like Zion's ever been near air quotes game shape. He's in Zion shape.
Right.
All right, let's go streaking, shall we, kids?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. Gosh, come on. All right, guys. Well, we had hitting streaks in play.
Yeah.
Going into yesterday, Dave, yours was 1.
That's
Jay
right.
was 1, and I was 2. So can we extend them? Dave, you took Jock Peterson.
I did.
He got you a hit.
Atta baby. I have yet to have an offer. In other words, every time, the one time I missed, started the streak right over again. I haven't missed 2 days in a row.
Yeah,
yet.
you've been on the positive.
Boom.
Jay had Will Smith before that for his hit streak. Yours was Bryson Stott into Jock Peterson. Jay chose Adley Rutschman from the Orioles. It was a good call. He got a hit.
He got a hit.
You got 2 hits.
He got 2 hits.
Were they playing the A's?
They were.
Yeah.
So
I told you my strategy
Who was
yesterday.
it? Like Freddie Montcastle had a grand slam or
Ryan.
something?
Ryan had 9 ribbies yesterday.
Wasn't that a show on ABC, Montcastle?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was right after Blossom. I don't know. Very special blossom.
Very special
blossom. So, Dave, your hit streak's at 2. Jay, yours is at 2. I was at 2. I was at 2 going in.
Oh, going to tie the record.
With Wander Franco, then Wilmer Flores, and then yesterday, Francisco Lindor.
Hey.
He got a hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh, Jason, you can break the record today.
Jason wants that dilly bar.
Oh, is it 3? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I had 3. Did I?
3?
I don't
thought
know.
you had 2.
Maybe I had
going
just
for 3.
Going for that dilly bar, baby. Let's go.
So you guys are trying to get to 3. I'm trying to get 4. So
Dilly
Dave,
bar.
you are you're first.
Well, I took a Giant yesterday.
You just can't take Jock Peterson or Bryson.
No, I'm switching this year. I'm going Giant, which is tough, and then I'm going anyone else in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Give me VGJ Vladdy Guerrero.
Okay.
Big day for Vladdy
Junior
Guerrero.
or senior?
Let's go junior.
Okay.
Let's go junior.
Ba, 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 ba. All right, I'm going to go with, let's see, from those Minnesota Twins, currently 7-4. They get the White Sox today. I'm going to take Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
Double B. Just to extend that hit streak. Jay?
Let's go back to the old Dodgers and Giants.
Wasn't Buxton where Andy Dufresne hid the thing for Morgan Freeman in the oak tree in Buxton?
Is that where the...
I think so. Go ahead.
I'm going to take Canada's Freddie Freeman.
Fred?
Get a hit.
Freeman.
I hate that guy.
He wants to
hate Freddie Freeman.
Okay, let's see if we can extend the streaks.
I'm excited.
We got. These are legit streaks going.
They are legit.
See if we can go.
We're all streaking.
Will anybody get to 10? You think?
I'll get to 59 probably.
I think someone will get to 10.
Okay.
This year. I think that's that's tough.
It is.
Hey, let me ask you this. So we don't have we can't take the same guy 2 times in a row like if he got us a hit.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Unless when you start over, then you can pick a guy again.
PKTSDC on the YouTube chat. Yeah,
that's Tones.
You guys following the USFL? No.
You know, I've missed out on some of those XFL games too.
Yeah,
I have a fantasy league
for a USFL.
Yeah,
got a shot at Nate.
Yes.
We'll take a break. News.
I got forced into an XFL fantasy league. Did you?
Celebrity birthdays and hey, Chris Watkins, Whitey Gleason.
Yeah,
we're all going to be in studio
together
again. We're all gonna do it right. We're gonna crosstalk after this on SactownSports.com.
The regular season is over. Now the real test begins.
Kings will have the number 3 seed. They'll have the home court advantage.
Sactown Sports is your home for all things Kings as they enter into a first-round matchup with the Warriors.
Fox steps into 3. He stops a triple, and the Kings have regained the lead. But against the explosive Warriors, you can't hold your breath.
Stay tuned to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the most comprehensive Sacramento Kings playoff coverage.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
My runner friends have bragged for years about their Asics running shoes. So when the company rep Mark Atterbury suggested I try their new Asics golf shoes, I jumped in with both feet, so to speak. Asics has been around since the late 1940s, producing shoes for all sports, so their introduction to golf came with lots of experience. After slipping my foot into the Asics Gel Ace Pro M for the first time, I recognized what made the brand so popular. It's the comfort. Pure comfort from the Flight Foam insole, which provides lightweight shock absorption. The Gel Pro M is the company's tour shoe and the choice of 2021 Master Champion Hideki Matsuyama. I'm guessing he appreciates the great fit, stability, and traction. The company has some other fancy names for the footbed and outsole features, but the bottom line is that the support through the swing is there. Asics Gel Pro M is available in 2 choices of color. Try a pair on or learn more at asics.com. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as
Heart disease,
asthma, diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older,
52,
36, 42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor about getting vaccinated.
With Prevnar 20.
For a precision-crafted performance, the decision is easy. A new Acura from Acura of Stockton. Get the driving experience you've been waiting for in a new Acura. Get the best selection and customer service you deserve from Acura of Stockton. Shop in person or use our online express store at AcuraofStockton.com. Acura of Stockton will buy your trade, even if you don't buy from us. Don't settle for less than precision-crafted performance of a new Acura from Acura of Stockton and AcuraofStockton.com.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, trunk lids, license plate holders, and headlights. They've got lots of headlights. When you need parts, get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. eBay Motors. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than freshly baked and home-delivered crumble cookies.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Where are Whiting, Chris?
I don't know.
I've finally come back, and I mean, is that why?
Maybe.
I thought now would be a good time to remind everybody that the Lakers shot 476 more free throws than their opponents this year. The Kings were in second at 173. And last night they outshot them 17-3. There they are. Look at Whitey all local with a Sac State hoodie. That's awesome.
Fingers up.
Remember, if you want to go to see New Orleans play tonight against the Thunder, get in price $26.
Okay.
You could fly to New Orleans, have dinner, watch the game, fly back, and it would still be cheaper than getting into Golden One Center.
But they charge you to get out.
But they charge, yeah, they do. Today, hey Chris, hey Whitey,
hello.
Hey,
you took my take today. I'm so mad.
What take?
I had this hot take on the Warriors Kings, and I'm like, this is great. I'm driving in, of course, listening to you guys.
Thank you.
It's like, you took it.
Uh-oh. Well, what was it?
It was the whole how the Kings need to be like Nomar Garcia.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That's where it was going.
That is.
It's like, well, cross that one out.
I actually have microphones in your car. I'm doing your prep. Today is, this is true. Today's National Big Wind Day.
What?
Yeah, it'll be Sunday. National Only Child Day. Anyone? I know you're not. I'm not.
Right.
Nope. No only children. Hey, are you
Mark,
only
Chris
child?
is.
I know.
Yes.
Verlato's. Oh, that explains
Big only
so
child
much.
vibes.
Yeah.
Today's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day, fellas.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all. Isn't it the most
underutilized?
Now, are you guys okay with any? Do you have any, or do you like any like personal tweaks to grilled cheese sandwiches? For example, I like caramelized onions every once in a while on the grilled cheese sandwich. Or slice of tomato.
Yeah, you can always mix things in there. Bacon, even
bacon,
ham and cheese or grilled ham and cheese. Is grilled cheese. But every so often, you got to just go with the grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Period. Good night.
Funny thing is, this was just like a year ago. No joke. Like a year ago, I finally had, because I don't like tomato soup at all. I think it tastes like watery spaghetti sauce. But I had grilled cheese and
How
tomatoes.
do you put up with this like every day?
I haven't heard a thing.
He's Jason. Why do you have so many partners over the years? He's the one guy that can handle it. I had grilled cheese and tomato soup for the first time ever and it was a cloudy, like windy, rainy. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Put noodles on it, then you got spaghetti.
Right? Have you ever had chicken and waffles, Whitey?
Yes, it's incredible.
And that's the one that I haven't tried that yet.
Riverside, is it Riverside Cafe, Riverside Clubhouse?
Yeah.
I tried it there a couple years ago. First time I ever tried it. Amazing.
Real. So the hype is worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
In my head, I'm like, it's chicken and a waffle.
I know people who are the same way. It feels very like they need to be separated, and then there's like the question of, do you eat them separate? Do you just pour the syrup on top, or is that just for
just go for it?
Yeah, just
let
vibes.
your mouth change your brain's mind, and you'll be happy.
What that guy said.
Yeah.
More important, the waffle or the chicken? No, I'm asking in that concept. Like, would you rather?
Which came first?
Would you rather?
That was our 1 o'clock hour.
I keep stealing.
You want to rerun this?
Jeez.
Finally, today is National Licorice Day.
No black licorice, please.
You?
All licorice is fine.
Whitey?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Whitey likes black licorice. Whitey likes red licorice.
Not here to discriminate.
Yeah, all
I
right,
love
okay.
black licorice. There's like big black licorice truthers that hate it. I think it's the devil.
Red Vine's better than Twizzlers.
Oh, 1,000%.
Twizzlers
It's
is wax. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I'll eat a Twizzler. I'll eat a Twizzler. I will. I just don't prefer it. And the red vines, if they're fresh.
You ever dipped the black licorice in tomato soup?
Whoa. No, but I have bitten off both ends of a black licorice and used it as a straw in Dr. Pepper.
Sure.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Jason Ross, celebrity birthdays, back to you. Our original topic segment that no one has ever done.
No one has ever done this.
Never.
And Whitey can only submit the age of 38 for every
Okay. All right.
for every guess. All right. So, with that said, football legend Ted Ginn Jr.
Whoa.
Happy birthday. We're starting big.
Teddy Ginn Jr., who I once yelled at the Dolphins for because I thought they should draft Brady Quinn. That's always how I remember him. Bad take, Dave.
Didn't he get booed like crazy when he got drafted?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Ohio State's, I believe, Ted Ginn Jr. I'm vamping here because I believe he is 34.
That sounds about right.
Thank you.
About right.
I know he's going to say
38.
Yeah,
38.
that honestly sounds really right. I'll say 36.
The correct answer? 38.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I did the math, and I think Jay Ross is giving me a layup there.
I did. I actually did. I set him up.
Did you grab all people turning 38?
Yeah.
We'll see. Next one.
That'd be a fun idea.
We'll see if you go with this number. Al Bundy, Ted O'Neill.
Huh.
How about Ed O'Neill? Let's
Ed
go with
O'Neill.
Ed. I'll drop the T. Ed O'Neill.
You know, Ed O'Neill is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. That's not a joke. Like, he grapples in competitions and stuff. Like, do not screw with Al Bundy.
Wow.
Jay Pritchett.
Yeah. Al Bundy is 70. Ed O'Neill. Damn it.
I have no idea. 69.
67.
38.
He is 77.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, whoa, that game changer?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Stick with us, Ed O'Neill. Stick around.
David Letterman.
Okay, I don't.
Ooh.
Full disclosure, I don't know how old he is today. I'll guess, but they said in honor of David Letterman's birthday, and they played a clip of him, and he was in Yankee gear at Yankee Stadium, talking with Buck Showalter, and he was encouraging Buck Showalter to have his players get hit by pitches more. And the whole segment was Letterman just getting drilled. Oh yeah, I think, but it would like the pitcher would throw it, and then the camera would then go to Dave, and you'd see this ball like go like that. Dave Letterman is I'm gonna say 77 as well. Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say 76. I'll do it. You're the guest.
I was going to say 75.
75, 76.
6. I'm going 76.
I was going 77.
Yeah.
76.
Wow. See, being nice pays off.
Yeah.
Claire Danes.
Claire Danes from
the movie?
The
You know
movie
that one?
with the thing.
The thing, and she was in that before.
Yeah. Claire Danes is a 45. Do you know
50?
Do you know who Claire Danes is?
Not even a little. I always like have the urge to Google these people when you say them, and then I realize that kind of would probably be cheating.
Yeah, I got to go 38 because I have no idea.
Okay. Claire Danes is 44. Carmichael Dave.
Did I win?
How about you guys know who Andy Garcia is?
I do.
Andy Garcia. Happy birthday, Andy Garcia, on this April 12th.
Love Andy Garcia. He's
65. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't go first.
Please.
You jumped in.
I don't know why I keep jumping in. I'll go 68.
62.
67 for Andy Garcia.
Oh, we were close. We were right there.
Yeah, that was you. You were close.
Are we stealing your bid again? Is it?
Happy birthday to.
You seem pretty broken up about it.
To Shannon Doherty from
90210.
Yeah, and Charmed, I think.
Charmed, yeah. NBA fans know that because it's on TNT.
That's right. After every playoff game.
Shannon Doherty is she's 50.
She's a very charming 56.
52.
52.
Whoa.
Chris Watkins comes right in.
I know who that is.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Vince Gill.
Vince Gill.
Singer?
Yeah. Vince
Married
Gill.
to Amy Grant?
Yes. Yes, married to, or was at least.
Oh, are they not?
I don't know.
Okay.
Vince Gill is.
I hope they're happy.
They seem like they are.
Yeah, they should be.
Vince
They
Gill
deserve happiness.
He has an incredible voice, Vince Gill does. Well, he really does. It's angelic even.
Huh.
Vince Gill is 65.
I again have no idea who this is. 62.
66.
66 is the correct
Wow,
answer.
wow.
I needed that.
Happy birthday. Yes, you did. Confidence boost going into the show.
Have you ever seen you're a music guy. Have you ever seen the video of Vince Gill and David Crosby doing Surf's Up by the Beach Boys?
I produced it.
Right? Amazing.
No, I actually haven't seen that.
I'm going to send it to you.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Happy birthday to the B-52 bomber, Brad Miller.
Oof.
Our own Brad Miller.
Why didn't you guys get him on today?
Because he's
In a forest
Don't do
somewhere or
it.
something.
he's probably having fun right now. On his
Okay.
birthday.
All right.
I think I know this. I think Brad Miller is 45.
It's a trick
45
question.
sounds right.
He's 52. It was a trick
Yeah,
question.
hey, I'll say 47.
47 is correct.
Oh,
Chris
wow.
Watkins.
Thank you.
That is it. We've exhausted the celebrity birthdays.
Remember when Brad Miller had the cornrows?
Yeah, that was incredible.
It was
I
incredible.
asked him once. He said that it hurt.
It
No,
does.
yes.
No, it does hurt because
Yeah.
you have to pull your hair.
Oh.
In order to do it, you have to especially
super
when
tight.
it's not
And-
that long. It's
and
got
I
to be
know.
so tight, and they just poke and prod at your head. It's not fun.
I don't want that. You ever had cornrows, Whitey?
Not in a while.
No.
Thinking about going back to it.
What's coming up on the show today, fellas? I'm excited to listen to you as I am every day.
Well, we got to talk about these Lakers, and LeBron says this is what the playoffs is all about. And I hope not. That was awful.
That was
right?
terrible.
Yeah, that was
Not
terrible.
good.
That was terrible. And making it worse is the fact that the Lakers won. Also, we got Jim Barnett, longtime
Mhm.
Warrior analyst, former Warrior, great guy, and former King Ryan Hollins will be joining us
Hey.
today on the Sactown Sports Playoff Push.
I just realized that Whitey Gleason and his friends one time maybe bringing pizza at 4 a.m. for a radio show they used to do when I was in 7th grade. This is a fact. You'll back that up.
Sure.
And how is it that Whitey now looks younger than me? That's a legit fact. Do you age?
I do. I think there may be something wrong with your eyesight. That's the,
You know what it is, Dave? The mud bath.
Yeah. Have you ever had a mud bath?
I haven't.
Oh, we were talking about that earlier.
Is that an invitation?
Yeah. Have you seen the Sactown Sports mud baths down the hall?
No.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yeah. Going in right after
I smelled
Scattles.
something. I wasn't sure what
Yeah,
that was. Okay.
that's Scattles and Rami. Coming up later today as well after Whitey and Chris and Whitey. It's Chris and Co. The playoff push all the way through. Hopefully, I want to hear you guys doing this middle of June because that means we're in the finals.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
you see that?
Yeah.
You see that? Don't be nervous today. Just be yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. That's Whitey Gleason. That's Chris. For Jason Ross, for Jay Mars, and all of you, thanks so much. We'll be back tomorrow right here at 6 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay tuned for these fellas next right here on Sactown Sports. Bye-bye now.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on